You should try dry needling.
Dry needling.
I keep seeing people doing it. Apparently, it's the new thing.
Is that like acupuncture? What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, I get acupuncture.
They like grab your muscle and they put a needle like this long into your muscle and they just go up and down.
No.
Basically, just like pushing it in and out.
It's like Botox and it's like.
It's a this far into the muscle.
Do they numb you?
No.
Why wouldn't they numb you?
And you could see the people's muscle like spazzing and like tensing like this as they're like poking in and out. Apparently, it hurts like crazy for the next few days. But
dry needling?
It's called dry needling.
I will say though, even with Botox, like when I have so much muscle buildup, as much as it hurts getting a needle put in, sometimes it's relieving because it's so tight. So I could see it being a little relieving.
But does it hurt in the moment?
People act like it's not like excruciating. I'm sure you feel something. But apparently it's like really good like muscle pain relief afterwards.
Well, I get acupuncture, but I've never like the thought of the needle going.
Yeah. It looks crazy though. It looks insane.
That's why our headaches go away for like a couple of months when we get hair transplants, because they're pretty much like, if you think about it, they're digging into the front of our head.
Yeah, I'm getting a headache. I should get another hair transplant.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
For that, not for like anything else.
It would be crazy if I got a third one, right?
Me getting a nose job for my deviated septum.
No, literally, I was gonna say
same thing.
I'm only get it from my TMJ.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Wow, who has gotten the most work done in this room?
I've only one transplant. Botox twice.
Okay.
I'm gonna scream at the teeth.
I did get under eye filler one time.
Okay.
All right.
Bonding on my teeth.
Okay.
Does that count?
It's work.
It's cosmetic.
I guess
it is cosmetic.
We're talking
Yeah.
cosmetics. Okay, me. Are you done?
I think so.
Okay. I've done Botox in the forehead, Botox in the jaw, veneers.
I say something that you didn't get done.
I did Botox in my neck once.
Wait, what?
I regret that.
Why?
I don't regret it, but I was like, it was called the Barbie Botox for a minute. So when the Barbie movie was coming out, you know how like Barbie's shoulders, like her neck goes like this, and it's like a perfect little concave into her like clavicle and her shoulder. So you can get Botox in your traps if your traps are like, you know, like if you have a lot of pain or if they're like a little bulbous. Yeah, so you can get it so it'll soften the muscle. But by doing so, first off, you need a lot of Botox. So it was expensive. And then also your muscles can sometimes, what is the word that I'm looking for?
Compensate?
Yes, compensate. Like, so other muscles will get stronger to try and make up for like the weakening of your trap.
Oh, interesting. Oh my God.
But it didn't do anything. You have to do it, I think, a lot.
Can you get Botox to make it bigger?
You could probably do filler if you want. People do like calf implants. I've seen. And
no
like,
way.
Yeah, like
I've heard of that. Like
yeah.
you to get like muscle on your calves and make it bigger. Yeah,
they'll
I've seen
put
that.
like literally like an insert inside.
And you can tell too. You'll look at a leg and they skip. Well, you know they skip work day, but all of a sudden they just got a rock over here.
My
it's
favorite
like, come on.
is watching guys that do like muscle implants because it's the most fake. Like you cannot fake that. With implants,
it has to match everywhere else. That's the
like
thing.
They'll be like skinny, and then all of a sudden it's giant chest, giant bicep. Like it's not.
It has to flow. That's the whole point.
Do you think they're using the same stuff as they use for breast implants? Like, are they like
Yes.
bags?
There was an episode of
no.
Botch.
Because you can watch them like jiggle and stuff.
Bags?
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
bad.
Because I'm like, what else? It's not going to be like
They're
a
just
piece
more
of like
structured.
plastic.
They like look more like that muscle. There was an episode on
Wow.
Botch where this guy literally his whole body, he looked like a bodybuilder. Everything was fake. It was crazy.
No.
Wow.
Did it
Yeah.
look good?
No.
Oh.
I mean, he was on
it
Botch.
Clearly looks fake.
I think that's all that I've done so
Okay.
far. As
Good.
far as I can remember.
Good.
What I've got done, I just realized that I've done more than I thought. The hair transplant twice, so that counts as two.
Count them two.
Count 'em two.
Got them too.
Twins.
I have not gotten Botox in my jaw yet, but I'm gonna get it at some point, so I'll just count that in.
You don't have to count it. You haven't done it yet.
I know, but I'm gonna do it.
He just wants to win.
I've gotten nose filler. A lot of people don't know about this, but if you don't like your nose, you get. I think more guys because guys, you get nose filler, it makes your nose bigger, but it fixes like drippage, like a little drip that you get on your nose. So that's really cool. You don't have to like break your nose and shit like a lot of people do. And then I got. That's it.
Okay.
Very
That's
good.
it.
Very
Natural
good.
king.
Natural king.
Natural.
Okay, Natty.
Well, I'm probably gonna get a facelift at one point. I'm probably gonna get a neck lift at one
wait.
point.
Can we here? I'm sorry. I'm gonna be dumb. Facelift. To me, a facelift is they cut your face off and then they just pull it back. Is that what it
to some
is?
degree
Pretty
it is.
much.
I
It's
think
as
so.
crazy as that.
I think
Yeah.
it's like they do it here. They like make incisions and they almost like pull the skin back.
Oh,
and then
so
they
it's just
staple it.
slits. So
I
it's
don't
just
know how much they
so
do.
they'll cut like all around your ear like this down here, and then they pull.
Tighten.
Oh,
And then
it's
they-
like Leatherface.
And they staple, right?
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
There's also ones where they put like a string through and it pull.
Threads.
Yes, and they can
Yes.
pull up through. It's
What?
crazy to
like
watch.
a lot of girls wanted recently. The trend was called fox eyes, which literally was just like Asian almond eyes of kind of like having like a kind of a slanted eye. So girls will put, or doctors too. A lot of people will put threads here and pull it back like that.
I thought that was all natural. That the girls that
Oh.
have fox eyes.
I think
oh,
Bella
they-
Hadid got it right.
I feel like
we're not
everyone-
for
a lot of
sure.
people have.
Allegedly.
Oh
But, like,
shit.
yeah.
Well, maybe Bella Hadid had it naturally, and then everyone started wanting those eyes, right?
Maybe.
But yeah, it's
Maybe.
crazy. It's like a thread that's inside underneath your skin that they pull
That
up
seems
like
that seems not as intense as a facelift though, because isn't that just they just put the thread in and
Yeah,
then they,
I think it's way less invasive, but
But
still, you know,
where's the
threads.
thread ending? Like, how are they able to do? Like, are they putting? Are they glue?
Like a
They cap it
knot?
with a hot glue gun.
you know what I
and
mean?
just
Like,
got like a
how
little.
are they
Super
able to
Gorilla
pull
Glue?
it?
Yeah.
How are they able to pull it? And it's like, how does the thread stay in your
I
your
do
face?
think you eventually dissolve them, right? Like I think your body metabolizes
Like builds
them
collagen
at
around
some
it,
point.
so it's supposed to sit. But I think Jaclyn Hill was one of them who like got it done and regretted it and said it was horrible. So like it's one of those things.
I saw somebody had, I don't remember where it was. I think it was like right here. It was the same thread thing, and it broke and was pushing through their lip, like like the whole like, because it's not like a soft thread. It's like
like fishing
hard.
line.
It
I always
was
think of that.
jabbing through, and then they pulled it out. It's
Oh.
yeah,
Ooh.
crazy.
fishing line. That's a fishing line.
I always think of fishing line. Like when I think of that kind of stuff, like a really like see through, stretchy, strong line. Yeah.
normalize threading.
Period.
Botox, face, neck, filler.
Neck Botox.
Uh-huh.
See?
Didn't you get like toe filler?
Yeah.
She got
I
toe
used
filler
your
too.
recommendation actually.
Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
your doctor. So sweet.
Good.
They call mine desert feet, so I had to do whatever I could to make it nicer. You know,
Desert feet?
desert feet.
What is that?
Me and my dad have desert feet, so like you look at our feet and you're like, ooh, it looks like you've been running through a desert.
Oh.
Dusty?
Yeah, it's more of like an Arab, like you make fun of Arab dudes' feet because Arab dudes have really crazy
Is it like
feet.
ash, like kind of crusty feet?
It just doesn't look pretty.
Wait, if that's
You know,
an
some
act-
feet, your feet are really pretty to look
Thank
at.
you. Thank
Mine
you.
are
You do
really
have pretty feet.
you.
Mine
Very well
are like you look at my
manicured.
feet like, oh, he like my feet are not the same age as me. You know, my feet are my
Oh,
feet
I
are
see.
50 years
Your
old.
feet have seen some shit.
You know what I mean? Like it
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't match my body. My fingers too. Like you see my hands, they look very old, like very wrinkly,
A
way
little-
past my
a little
age.
weathered.
Yeah, weather. Just
Never worked a day with his hands in his life.
I know I have. They're
His hand-
no, they're actually
You work those tour buses.
He held those signs up.
Yeah. No, and working out does not help either. All the callus and shit is just rusting. Yeah, I should wear more lotion. I feel like I need to
Or
moisturize my hands
workout
more.
gloves.
I do wear workout gloves, but it's still like it's just using a
Really?
lot of. You see, like the calluses in here.
Yes, I do.
That's without gloves, or that's with gloves on.
Wow.
Yeah, very weak hands.
For the record, I have not gotten toe filler, but no disrespect towards anyone who has gotten toe filler.
I,
disrespect to the
wanted
toe
people to
filler
like look
community.
it up. Like, or can you get your toes filled?
Well, we got so many like lasers done in Korea.
I don't
That
count
doesn't
lasers
count.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
That's like
procedure.
preventative.
Yeah.
measure.
That's like as soon as something goes through your skin, I think
Like
that's
a
what
facial,
counts.
I don't count.
Okay.
Laser. I'm thinking
Yeah,
like a
Botox
like an
and filler.
injection.
Then I think that's it.
Yeah. I feel like
Natural.
yours doesn't really count either now that I think about it.
Thank you.
Like the bonding, it's like because it's still like over.
Yeah, my veneers
Or
are
no, it
counting
is
those out.
in your body because it's past your mouth.
yeah.
So you know what root canals are cosmetic. I've gotten 9.
Everybody
win.
gets things.
I win. You just want to win.
I
Any
win.
sort of competition.
Yeah.
9.
And
over
I've
the
gotten
course of
maybe
how-
realistically, I think I've gotten 6.
at the same time or
No, different
separate?
times like
Okay.
throughout my life.
One of our friends is suing their dentist currently because she had 3 root canals all at the same time that
That-
he caused.
you're not supposed to get 3 at the same time like that. You're
No,
supposed to
I
spread
think they
them out.
spaced it out. She had to be there for she had to go home because it was her home dentist for like a week, and they're like, we won't do it at the same time. But she was like, just knock me out and do it, please.
And they still did it after.
No, I think that she spaced it out over the week. But
Oh,
she,
okay.
She needed 3 root canals at the
But
same
they
time.
hit the nerve or something,
They
right?
hit all 3 nerves of her teeth.
Oh,
Lawsuit.
damn.
Ooh,
That
tooth
stinks.
pain?
I know.
The worst.
It's the worst pain you can have is tooth pain. Terrible.
It's those nerves.
Damn.
That my dentist loves me. He loves me. Dr. Gabe.
I want to get bottom rose gold. I miss my grills.
You did have them at one point.
I don't know. Now that I'm married, I feel like I can wear grills again.
I think you should do
I'll
it.
put my grills in one day for you guys.
Are they like in a special box somewhere?
Yeah, they're on a set of my fake
Yeah.
teeth.
I'm sorry you still have them.
It's literally like
mold?
Yeah, the mold of my teeth. They're sitting in like the little jewelry box.
Oh, please
on my
bring
fake
it.
teeth.
Bring it and then just put it on right before we record and just like.
But
let
I
it
want
rip.
full bottom gold.
No, and it would work with your watch, with your ring. I think it it would complement each other.
Surprise us.
I might mess around and get some grills. I don't
Do
know.
it.
Why not?
Do it.
But we have a huge episode today. We all just got back from the wedding, and we're gonna recap the whole thing. There's a lot that we want to cover, so it's gonna be a big episode. We ready?
We're ready.
We're ready. Let's go.
Hit it!
That's literally a Shih Tzu.
I'm Zane. I'm Heath.
I'm Remy. I'm Alicia.
Hey guys, welcome back to Basically Unfiltered. I'm Remy.
I'm Alicia.
I'm Zane.
And I'm married.
Mariah, cut that just like the last episode.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What happened?
Oh, that's really funny.
Just cut it and then it goes straight. And you see, that cut is what you saw last episode.
So
Wait,
what
wait, wait.
exactly happened?
Okay, so Alicia and I decided that we were gonna take the reins to edit, so Mariah didn't have to edit all
And
like
thank
on
you
her
guys for that.
wedding
It helped a
weekend,
lot.
right? You're welcome, Mariah. She hates us.
There's a
And then
little thank you.
so we took the reins over. We're like, we're gonna do we're gonna transport it to our computer. We're gonna split it.
Right.
Half the episode went to her, half the episode went to me. We edited it, we brought it together. It was don't edit on 2 different computers. A lot of work on Final Cut. And we decided that we were gonna flip the episode. We were doing like work. It was like surgery on this episode. We like took the second half, we put in the front half, and we were like, we were morphing, morphing everything together
Transforming.
to make it a good episode. And then we were like, this is
Render.
perfect, done. It was late at night. We had to push it to Patreon, and not until it was a public episode we realized that we made a terrible cut
And I
right
think
after the intro.
we blame the Patreon viewers for not flagging it earlier.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
How
It's not your
dare
fault.
I'm the wrong camera?
not
How
your fault.
dare you? But you guys knew that Alicia and I were editing because we told you, so that's why I felt like you
They
didn't say
probably,
anything.
yeah, they're probably just like,
Yeah,
They
they're
were like, oh, this
figure.
tracks. This
Yeah.
one sucks. So this is our formal public apology to anyone who, to Mariah specifically, for anyone who thought that she edited it, because she didn't and we did. And I will say we did get lazy.
Yeah, she was
We could've-
mortified when she saw it. We just showed her the cut before we started recording, and she is very
Also, to anybody who doesn't know what's going on, in the last week's episode, if you watch it, the first couple minutes were totally normal, little like banter, cold open, little intro, boom. Right after the intro, there was an editing mistake where we jumped apparently into a very serious conversation right
Serious
out the
cut.
gate.
Yeah.
So-
And we couldn't even let
Same
like the
camera angle,
married
too.
like finish off. We just cut right in the
Boom.
middle of it. It was like,
This is equally
How-
50-50.
how-
yeah, I know, 100%.
total start time to finish. How long did it take both of you to do the episode?
That we were actually working, I would say.
No. Start from like
The
importing footage, like to upload everything.
I think it was close between 10 to 11 hours. I would say like
Yeah, but we were
transporting it-
also working double time. Imagine being by yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Like-
that
So
was
like 22-ish.
yeah, but there was a lot of problems with like us both working on different computers, transporting that. Like that took like extra long.
Got it.
Normally Mariah's editing on one computer, but we split it, which was kind of a mistake, but we had to like get it done.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, and it was a lot more work than I thought. So could I
Shouts
do it
out to
again?
our queen Mariah.
Yeah, shout out to Mariah.
Shout out to your wife.
The bride.
My wife.
My wife.
That's my wife.
That's my Shayla.
That's my Shayla.
Oh my God. Well, thank you guys so much for doing that.
Of course,
Yes,
of course. Mariah's never gonna let us talk.
Okay, so where do we start? So you guys traveled together. I want to
Oh,
hear.
wait. No. How does it feel to be married?
Unbelievable. I feel so fulfilled. Everything was perfect, and it just feels like a new beginning. Like as cliche or as like lame as that sounds, it feels so satisfying. Like I look at like other couples, like my parents, her parents that have been married 30, 40, my grandparents 65 years. Like it's crazy that we just started ours now, and like this is like a whole new beginning. It's really cool.
It's so weird because like growing up, you hear marriage and you think that's like the end goal versus like you guys are starting like literally from the beginning again.
Yeah.
Like that's a really cool feeling. And you get to do it together.
And to add, it was a really sick wedding.
Thank you.
Everybody had a lot of fun.
Thank
a lot
you.
of good memories. Memories were made. A lot of
Tears were shed.
tears were
my
shed.
gosh.
A lot of food was eaten.
I came
lot
back
of-
lighter
a lot of
from the amount
hookups.
of like crying that I did.
And it's even thinking about it, like my parents just hit their 30-year anniversary. And I feel like even obviously I was like, that's amazing. But like 30 years, that's how old I am. My whole life they've been married. And when you think about it now, like you have a lifetime together, so much more to live.
Really
it's so
cool.
exciting.
And your grandparents
Really
are
cool.
still in love. They were like holding each other
No,
so
I
tight.
can't. I
She
cannot
was
Stop.
really-
I'm gonna start crying.
was
again.
really
I was
sweet.
a wreck.
It was
It
for a good reason. You were happy. It was happy tears.
Yeah, it was all just like super overwhelming love and emotion for the entire time we were there. Really crazy. But we'll get into the juicy good stuff. But I want to talk to you guys. So you guys all got ready and flew out to meet us over there because we were already there because we had to show up early. But you guys packed a goodie bag for me.
Yeah.
Literally everything was used. Every
Thank
single
God.
thing in there I got to use. So thank you for that. I didn't realize how much I forgot or needed. So
Yeah. He was in that bag the entire weekend. I was really surprised.
everything.
Made me feel good that you even thought of that because you wouldn't have had all that stuff.
I will say, shout out to my wedding planner, Jason, because I was like, I feel as though he came on our podcast and he was saying how on the wedding day he'll give the bride and the groom their own backpacks like filled with things, and he's like, every wedding I learned to put something new in there too.
Yeah.
And so when we thought about it, we obviously knew that Mariah's sister was her matron of honor, and just based on how she planned the wedding, she got that on lock.
Yeah.
She was gonna be fine. But then we were like, oh, well, we want you to feel taken care of as well. We will help Zane out. And so I reached out to him to get a list, and he sent me everything that you could potentially need and even more than that. And so we were like, amazing. Shopped, bag filled, good to go.
Thank you guys. Very, very helpful.
We will leave the list down below.
I
in
was going to
case-
say we should put it in a comment or
I'll
something.
leave my Amazon link.
Yeah.
Make sure you use my Amazon link when you buy everything.
Okay,
I will put the
affiliate.
list down below if you're curious. Medicine, little sewing kit, first aid kit,
Listerine.
Listerine,
Sewing
gum.
kit is like a crazy thing to think about, but like when
never
it
know.
comes time,
When you
and
need it, you need it.
Yeah.
A button falls off.
Yeah,
you gotta sew
I'm not
it.
able to sew it, but it's nice that I have it.
Someone
you know,
will be able to do a quick
Yeah.
little stitch.
Oh, yeah,
Alicia
yeah,
can
yeah.
pull out her sewing machine.
Mhm.
So we decided to go to Remy's because we're like, it'll be more fun for the Patreon vlog, which yes, we did vlog.
Yep, the entire thing.
Patreon.com/basically unfiltered. I feel like we really killed it. And the guys were so funny because I feel like you guys are used to more like funny and bit videos, but like Rem and I vlog queens. Like we just vlog shit.
I could never.
That's like vlogs to us. It's like people want that behind the scenes, like home video stuff. And for the
Yeah.
wedding, I felt like it was so perfect. I'm excited to see day number 2.
I was gonna say,
We're
where's
both
the
up right
MVP medal? Because
There is some coffee on it because I did sit here and spill my entire
Oh yeah.
coffee.
By the way, it looks really good. I
It
don't see
looks
anything.
gorgeous.
It might smell a little.
shout
like
out
a-
to Folex, link
No, I
down
don't
below
smell
also.
Okay, good. I was.
Alicia Marie is getting the medal for the MVP because
Me?
yes, what?
Oh no, yeah. For what? For what?
Zane,
What?
wait, no, please explain
No,
why
please
she
explain
gets
for
it.
what.
Because I skimmed through the wedding vlog, which we're very excited to put out for you guys. While we're recording this, it's not out yet, but while this is out, I believe it should be out. Yes, it's actually out already. Alicia Marie manned that vlog camera like it was
Thank
her
you.
child. Truly, she did call me out at one point because I guess at some point she had asked me to like go up to people and like ask them to say things to you guys, but I get like kind of shy sometimes if I'm not blacked out. So apparently I said no. And I know, I'm sorry. I don't even remember her asking me, but she did call me. She goes, I asked Remy and she said no, so I guess I'll do it. But I will say,
I don't remember that.
She followed through. She had
Good
that
job.
camera on every attendee at your wedding, saying how much they love
Not
you.
the wedding.
And
You got that?
at the wedding too. The wedding and at the welcome party.
I was a little more drunk than that.
No, but I mean, I'm sure like for you guys looking back, like you're going to
No,
want to look
I'm
back
so
on that.
excited to watch it because we literally were in our own world the entire day, and we just kept saying, like, once it was over, like, I wish we could like go back and like see it from a guest perspective. Like, I wish I could like attend our own wedding, and not be like so caught up in like our thoughts of being like the ones getting married, the pressure of that and everything. So thank you guys so much for filming.
Oh my god,
We should have had them come to the groomsmen room.
we did.
We did.
No. I'm saying before. As soon as you guys came, I was like, in my head, I was like, damn, we should have just had them like literally slither in.
filming
We don't even
through.
like they're invisible, but they're just like boom, boom, boom.
We could have got morph suits and just like
it was like
we're wearing head to toe green morphs too. We think we're gonna blend in
Yeah.
like a
because
green
it was
screen.
it was high stress the whole time. Like it was fun, but it's like you're working the whole time. Everybody's working
you
at
were
all time, like mentally.
working.
Dude, mentally you're
Working.
working.
I had
yeah.
probably 10 people come up to me and be like, Zane is working right now.
I don't even know what you would call like just the social aspect because I hate being social in big settings like that. I was just like, thank you so much for coming to Heath and Mariah. Thank you so much for coming to Heath.
Guys,
and
it
Mariah.
really means the world.
It really
that you
means the
would show
world.
up.
I'm like
very
talking to his
sweet.
parents. Thank you so much for coming.
They're really appreciative. They're super grateful. That
I
we
mean,
came.
in a way, like it kind of also is your wedding. You know what I mean? Like,
I know
you,
it was.
you know.
It was.
Zane, you were thriving.
I was really. I punched the anxiety back. I was just like, not this weekend.
You kept it down.
Get your ass in that for beat your ass.
You held it down.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we have so much to get into, but we're going to try and keep this in chronological order for us to not forget things.
We'll try our hardest.
We'll try not to jump around too much, but so we will get, of course, to the wedding and everything. But let's start with, we made the goodie bag. We went on over to the airport. Cal's doctor did advise him to wheelchair around all weekend, so we did get him a wheelchair.
He had a lot of fun in the wheelchair. I feel like he doesn't like to be wheelchair because every time we'd pull it up, he'd be like, I'm good. And then he'd walk, but he
That
enjoyed
says
that
a lot
wheelchair.
that he didn't like lean into it and be like, no, I need to be pushed.
No.
You know, he was a trooper.
He was fighting me tooth and nail, but he's someone who like so badly does not want to be a burden
Yeah,
or
inconvenience
to anybody. And I was like, no, like I need you to dance at the wedding. Like you want to, if you
Yeah.
only have a little bit of foot time, save it for the wedding. Why use it
That's
at the
true.
airport? Why use it
But
walking through?
Why do I feel like I know a doctor said not to, but why do I feel like slowly walking on using it actually like makes it heal faster? Like it strengthens because if you just leave it like this the whole time, I feel like it weakens it.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that maybe a little walking is fine. Like the doctor did advise every hour on the hour with the plane, he had to do a lap around the plane.
Oh,
Did
okay,
he?
that's
like, I
good.
do
He's
think
sprinting
he
down
did.
the-
He did. I kept thinking he was coming to say hi to me, and then I was like, he just walked right by. I'm like, okay. But I do
Wait,
think
when you're trying to like get someone's attention, like,
Yeah.
and then
I will say he did that, and he did get he went to the doctor after the wedding, and the doctor did say like potentially, he advised him to not go. He was like, I don't know if you should fly. I feel like it might not be the best. And Cal was like, obviously I'm going to the wedding. So the doctor was like, just letting you know, your foot might be like really bad when you get back. 80% healed.
There you go.
Faster than he had
He's ahead of
assumed.
schedule.
He's
Boom.
ahead of schedule.
Screw you,
Bone-
Dr. Finkelmeyer.
New bone growth, people. So
Very good.
That was great. We got him around. We land at JFK at around like midnight or so.
yeah,
late,
pretty
yeah.
late.
Yes, and at JFK, you can no longer call Uber straight up to the
Kinda like
baggage claim.
LAX.
Yes, so you have to take an Uber to a pickup spot, and we all were like,
We wanted a van.
and also we're like, wait, how fun would it be right now to all get into a little minivan and like do a little mini road trip on over to the venue? It was like an hour
Yeah.
away or so. We're like, how cute would that be? So we now have this idea. We're going to get a rental car in our heads. So we get on the little Sky Train. And what's so funny is we were really just trying to avoid like taking the Sky Train, but to get to
It's
the
a
rental spot.
long Sky Train.
Yes,
airport,
we
man.
went
It's
around and around.
huge.
We passed the Uber pickup about 3 times. We should have just gotten out, but we're like, no, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be fun. It's good for the vlog.
Right.
So we get on the SkyTrain. We go all around the city of New York. We finally get to.
City of New York.
The city. No, well, New York City.
It felt like this. It also felt like the city of New York.
Because
huge.
and it's midnight, and our brains are half
Tired.
working.
Yeah, we're
Cal,
tired.
I think, is in a wheelchair, and we're like, and we have like so many luggage, and we're getting around, and then we get out too early. We have to get back on. We get out again. We have to get back on.
I forgot that it was so cold out there. I'm in like fucking booty shorts. Like I just decided to wear the shortest shorts I could possibly because I like wearing shorts on
be
flights.
comfy on the plane.
Yes.
Bro, it was colder. I was about to get sick.
It was freezing.
It was
20 maybe
freezing.
less degrees. It was crazy.
I just wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We finally get in the elevator. Oh, before getting on the SkyTrain, we get in the elevator, and then this girl comes into our elevator. Amy Ordman, another podcaster.
Amy!
Yes. I was like, I looked up. I was like, oh my God, hi. So we said hi to her. We finally get to the rental spot. It's now like 12:30 in the morning, and we're like, okay, every rental spot is closed except for, I think it was Hertz.
Obvious.
And Avis, but we didn't know about Avis at the time, so only Hertz. So we go into Hertz, and there's one person working there. It's 12:30 a.m. There's already a line forming. I'm like, oh, I'll just like book it online, and then I'll just sneak on past and go get my key, and then we'll be good. Or like you can do like an online check-in.
Right.
They literally just hand you your key. You're good to go. So they're all sitting. I'm trying to get the car. The only car they have is like a smart car. So I'm like,
And not big enough for all our luggage because
Oh,
we
yeah.
Couldn't
tend
even
to
fit Cal's
overpack.
Yeah, I was about to say Cal's cast wouldn't
Exactly.
have even fit in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cal wouldn't have fit in there. He's so tall. So then I'm like, okay, well then maybe we'll Uber, but we're like, it's cold. The Ubers can't come to here. Now we get back on the SkyTrain. We have to go back the other way.
no.
So then we figure out, oh my God, wait, Avis is next door. They're open. So I book a car because they have a Suburban available. We wanted a minivan. No minivan available.
But
Suburban.
We'll take a Suburban.
That's fine. I walk on
Good
over
road
with
trip
Alicia,
car.
and I'm like, we check it out. They're open. It's good. One person's working again. There's a line of like 3 people or so. And I'm like, it's fine. We'll go. So we go over there. We're waiting in line. We wait in total. How long was
It
it?
actually didn't feel this long, but looking back, it was at least like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because we saw you guys land. I was checking Zane's location. I was like, oh, he'll be here soon.
no.
And you guys
no,
are
no.
waiting up for us too. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was just like, damn, that's a long car rental. I was like, what is going on? Because you guys didn't end up getting to us until like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was late.
That was our bad. Also because
But there was a big line at this place too.
it was, and like it was, the price to rent the car for the week was what would have been one Uber ride.
okay.
And also when we were going to LAX, Zane had called a Suburban from my house so it could take all of us and all of our luggage. And he goes outside to go put our stuff in the car.
Oh, the guy looks. He's like, no, and then gets.
That's happened to me before.
I was like, it's okay. We'll just take half the people, and then we'll call another Uber. He's like, no, and he gets in and leaves. I'm like, wait, you could do that?
I know, right?
What's annoying too is like, especially when you're flying, like you're planning your trip accordingly for like,
Time,
my car needs
everything.
to be here at this time so I can be there at that time. We
Yeah.
booked one time. They pulled up at the house. We walked outside and I see the guy. He's looking at me. I turned around to grab my bags outside, like from my front door to turn and then bring them out. I look back, gone.
No.
He saw me turn around to grab luggage and then
He's like, I'm not going to LAX
I don't think
today.
these drivers want to go to, like, I feel like a lot of them don't like the airport.
But
Don't
what's
like
crazy
driving
to me
there.
is like
Accepted
it
it.
says
know.
what it is, right?
No,
I
it
don't-
doesn't show
it
where
until
they're
they
riding
accept.
until they accept.
Yeah, until they accept. Yeah.
But also like whatever.
Wait, I don't even think they see it until you get in and start the ride.
That makes
so I
sense,
think
though,
as,
for the
So as soon
suitcase.
as he saw the suitcase, he's like, fuck that. And
You're just going to TJ Maxx to return some suitcase.
Yeah, right? Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Imagine.
before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this podcast, Chime.
Something that I wish we had learned more about growing up was just how to build a better credit score. Credit scores still confuse me so much, but Chime is amazing if you guys are needing to build your credit score, whether you are looking to buy a home, rent an apartment, get a loan for a car, whatever it is, Chime can help you out to get the best credit score possible.
Exactly. With Chime, you can build credit with money you set aside and avoid interest or expensive debt with Chime's Credit Builder Card. It's a secured credit card with no credit check or a minimum deposit required.
So start building credit with your everyday purchases and regular on-time payments and with no annual fees, interest, or credit check at chime.com/basic.
And with the Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, there's no annual fees, interest, or credit check to apply, and you can use it everywhere Visa cards are accepted. Build credit with money you set aside and get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposits. And with direct deposits, you can get access to your money sooner.
There's also fee-free overdraft with SpotMe. Overdraft up to $200 without fees with SpotMe when you set up qualifying direct deposits. Just set up qualifying direct deposits, sign up for SpotMe, and Chime will spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. There's also access to 50,000 plus fee-free ATMs, and you can easily find one near you with the Chime app.
So turn your everyday purchases and on-time payments into steps toward your financial goals with Chime's secured credit builder Visa credit card. Get started today at chime.com/basic.
That's chime.com/basic. Chime feels like progress.
The Chime Credit Card Builder Visa credit card is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Chime checking account required to apply.
Out-of-network ATM withdrawal and OTC advance fees may apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
Thank you, Chime, for sponsoring today's episode. We love you.
Even like it did fly by my other gripe with both of these places. No music. It's like so quiet.
But they might play music, but we were there at 12:30 in the morning.
No, but like
so
play
maybe.
something. We're waiting for 2 hours.
That's true.
It's true. It's true. And so, yeah, we're waiting a long time. And
In
these
the preferred
people
line.
Shut up. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
There was a big line, and Remy was in preferred, and immediately my head was like, okay,
No, he literally-
How many cars are you renting?
He screams across the rental place, okay, Remy, preferred. I went, shut the fuck up.
I was like, oh, what she's trying to do, she's trying to get a car quick because she ordered it online while these people are probably buying it on the spot.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, that's smart.
Because I do rent cars when I go, like specifically when I go to Hawaii, I'm a planner. So I rent the car a year in advance. I do the pre-online check-in. So when I show up, I'm not kidding. I go to a kiosk, boom. Like I'll go to an
Ready to go.
electronic kiosk and I have my car within 20 seconds. So I was like, oh, I'm sure they'll do the same. They didn't. And so we're waiting and we're waiting. Finally,
An hour and a half
at
later.
the front. I'm literally at the front. And Alicia and Zane are literally cracking each other's backs on the floor. Of
my back was
this carpet of
blown
this
out.
Avis at JFK, dirty floor. And finally I get up to the front. It's literally I'm next in line. Like the guy in front of me is about to finish.
Nick?
And this guy comes up. This guy comes up. Another worker comes out and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. And he goes, just everybody so you're aware, because now a line is formed behind me. There's like 10 people behind me now. If you've made your reservation in the last 24 hours, you're not getting a car tonight.
24 hours, isn't that insane?
Insane. And when we walked in, there was a guy standing by the door. My first thought was, you didn't think to have him tell people that? Like, we've waited here for so long.
Yeah.
And after he said that, if there were 10 people behind me, 8 of them left. And there's this little girl and a mom, or a little boy and a mom. He was like 5, and he goes, Mommy, is that us? She goes, no, that's not us, honey. And like they got to say, I was like, God damn it. So jealous.
No, mommy
Should've
thinks
gone with her.
ahead.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
right.
I
No,
know.
mommy's way
I
more
was
prepared than these
I
people.
was so jealous.
This is such
And
a like
then-
this is like a movie moment where like the kids looking at you like, move, lady. And you're like,
Literally.
Remy,
Stupid
you at the
bitch.
desk like, oh no, I didn't order 24 hours ago. I ordered 20 minutes ago. So we're good, right?
I was
But
like,
what about being preferred?
Here's the thing. We had already committed hours to this, and I was next in line, so I was like, I'm just gonna ask. Like they'll probably say no, but
Yeah.
I'll be polite. I will just ask. So I get up to the kiosk. I'm like, hi, and she goes, number. And I was like,
You know what would have worked in this situation actually? And you should have slipped them cash. I bet you a car would have magically appeared. They
oh,
always
look at
do.
that. You know what? You were booked over 24 hours ago.
I don't think I've ever done that in my life, and I would be so like, I'd just be so scared.
Getting
like, what
shut
if they
down,
get
though, when
offended?
you do try to-
No, Heath. I feel like if Heath was there, he would have thought about that 100%.
Do you do that sometimes?
If it's like more bar related, so I would like
But nightlife
like
is like
Dorman
keep
type
them
known
stuff.
for that.
Yeah, like that.
Thank you, Linus.
Or like it's like it depends, right? If it's like you need to leave your car out because you don't want them to like
Yeah.
you're in a rush. You're like, yo, here's a 20. Just hold my car right here. I
Keep
need
it
to
running.
leave. Yeah. So in this position, there's the thing is there's always cars. There's always available
Why
cars.
didn't you tell me that?
No.
You're too busy on the floor.
I'm thinking about. I'm like
Cracking bags.
It's hitting me right now that there's always something available. Just like restaurants. Oh, there's no tables. There's always a table
I
available.
bet if Ariana Grande walked in, they'd have a car.
Yes,
for
they'd
her.
have a car available.
True.
So
That's true.
you slip them like a 50.
Well, I said
got
I
it.
read my
$2 bill.
confirmation.
Hey.
I think this will cover me.
That's
Single
funny.
Chris dollar
Just
bill.
as a joke. Here you go.
hey.
Well, how about cars? No. Anything up here? No.
What about
So
now?
I give her my number, and she goes, did you just book this? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, no cars. I was like, nothing at all. And she goes, no cars. I went, okay, thank you. Turn around. Lady behind me gets her car. We leave. We did call an Uber. We all fit into this lovely Uber. Because that's
so
the thing. We were
nice.
like, this guy in the morning wouldn't fit us all. So we're like, we have to call 2 cars. It's going to be so much more expensive.
Yeah.
Like, let's all. He was so sweet. We got up. We're like, if we can't fit, it's okay. We'll call another one. But it's freezing outside. So we're like, if we could just wait. He's like, no, come on in. I'll fit you all.
I think
It's
it's
all up
because
to
it was
their
freezing
discretion.
outside. He saw the shorts. He's like, I feel bad.
I
We got to get these.
Thank
we gotta
you,
get these
Zane,
kids
so
in.
much for
Yeah.
doing that for us.
Yeah, I did that for you guys.
He had a little squishmallow on his front seat. Like, he was just a nice
Oh,
man.
he was- he
I
was
assume he was
about
a
it.
dad.
And
or
I love a
something.
good. I like when Remy was like cookie. He was like, yeah, and he grabs his car. That'd be me as an Uber. Like I'd be like, we're family. Yeah, you're in my car.
Come on.
I'm not gonna open a box of cookies and not share with him.
Right.
Yeah.
He's driving us. So we get in the car, we drive on over, we make it to the Residence Inn at West Orange Hills.
Good. West
Very
Orange.
good.
West
Good.
Orange. We get
Okay.
on in, we walk in. It's 3 a.m. now, 3:30, whatever time. And when you walk into the hotel, there is like the second floor is overlooking the lobby. So we walk in and we look up and there's like a little balcony and you guys are there filming and Zane and I start screaming because like it's the
It's
wedding
exciting.
weekend.
It's like it's our first time seeing that like celebrity couple. Like this is a big
Hello?
deal.
And then we get shushed so loud
Yeah,
by
that
the front.
lady-
No, here's the thing. We should have known. Absolutely. It was 3:30 in the morning. But like for us, it wasn't
We were
that
excited.
late.
Yeah.
We were excited. And also I didn't realize like the rooms were there. Like I thought the lobby was like far from,
Yeah, the-
you know.
But to
First
take
room is like right at the
But
corner.
to be on our side, though, those rooms are, you can hear everything in those rooms. It is. So I understand
No,
why she shushed
we were in the
us.
wrong. We shouldn't have been screaming at 3:30 a.m. That was absolutely our bad. We went to our rooms and then we went to bed.
We clocked
we,
out, baby.
we called it an early night.
We had a big day, big
But
Because
weekend.
we had
you
a
had a big- you
lot
had a big morning.
to do the next day.
Yes.
A lot.
Wait, my favorite was when I finally saw you. I was like, oh my God, how's it going? Mariah's like, oh, it's been super smooth. Well, if you count almost not getting married super smooth, please go into this story.
This was crazy. So we had looked up how to get married in West Orange, New Jersey, like ahead of like everything. And every state is different and every county within the state is different on rules to get married and things like that.
Also,
So
no one tells you this stuff.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Like, no one
I would
tells
have
you.
never thought.
I would have.
to-
I wouldn't have even thought to look up the city. I would have just thought the state.
Does it vary by city?
yes.
Oh, shut
It's-
up.
So bizarre. It's different
I'm gonna
everywhere.
just go to Vegas.
True.
And I just didn't think it would be so difficult to be like, I want to marry this person. Like I didn't.
I wonder.
Isn't our love enough?
Right.
Is our love not enough?
And then I also started thinking like, do we have to do like the test or whatever? Like I thought we were gonna be like quizzed to like,
Like the
prove
proposal?
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Because like you see stuff
When
in
was
movies,
your
you're
first
like,
date?
yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
I'm
Um,
wondering if like if wedding planners think about that.
I'm sure they
You think
have
they
that
think
stuff.
about like
Yeah.
licensing and all that
Oh,
shit
yeah.
before a wedding,
I'm
or
pretty
just
sure my
the
planner
wedding?
will be like, this is what you need. Like I've been the amount of papers
Interesting.
I've gotten with timelines and things
Yeah.
on them, but I'm so far out.
I went to a wedding where right after the ceremony they signed papers at the
Yes.
place.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Sorry to interject. Also, I'm having a hard time concentrating with your bling just
Stop.
shining in the
Sorry.
light. I'm seriously.
Why do you think he's?
No, it's catching my eye. I can't. I'm like a bird looking at like a
It's-
diamond.
Remy, you like
Crazy.
shiny things.
I love a shiny
Yeah.
thing. It's gorgeous.
it's the more I look at it, it feels like a Super Bowl ring. I feel
I
like
Yeah.
it's
love
like,
it.
It's
It's
so
a
Bubba,
nice
we
thing.
won.
We won.
We
and
did.
we
On the
did.
big game.
We did.
Yes. Sorry to interject, but it's
No, you're
gorgeous.
sorry.
Beautiful. No, I truly. It's just like I'm staring at it constantly.
But yeah, so we were under the impression that we needed 72 hours before the actual wedding to do the marriage license process. We're like, okay, perfect. We were there early. We call up the courthouse, whatever it was, to make the appointment to sign the paperwork. And she goes, when are you getting married? I said Sunday. She goes, good luck. I'm like, what are you talking
Oh, my heart
What?
would've dropped.
This is the lady at the front, like before you even
This is this wasn't a courthouse. This was like some sort of like city building type thing.
got it.
When she says good luck, is she being silly or is she being sassy?
Kind of being nasty.
Oh no.
Like almost like you think you can get a Turbo Man doll right now?
Oh.
Good luck.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Kind of condescending.
Yeah. So she goes, you're going to have to make an appointment with me, come in, do the pre-paperwork and everything, but then you're also going to have to go from here to a courthouse and meet with the judge and explain to them why you should be able to get married within this 72-hour rule and why you're an exception. Bullshit. And
so
she goes,
the rule is you need to have that paperwork for at least 72 hours.
So we thought it was 72 hours, but apparently it's 72 business hours.
And it's
so
just like
weekends don't
But
count.
how are you supposed
Could
to
you
know?
have gotten this paperwork 2 months ago and it still stands?
Yes.
Oh.
And then you pick it up at the 72-hour mark. Like you apply for the application, and then you would go in.
What's the
But
point?
like
What is
also
this
we
3
don't
days?
we don't live there, so it's not like I'm.
Yeah, what about destination weddings? Yeah.
And again, it's different from city to state to wherever you go. So we just got really unlucky with this.
What happened where they're so strict with this timing? So, like, you know how like every rule that's come up with, something happened where they're like, oh, we got to do it like this. Now, what could have possibly
Do
happened
you
where
think
they
it's just
got to be
weekend
strict?
hours? Like maybe are they Monday through Friday?
Yeah, so they count those business days as hours. So the weekend didn't count. So our Saturday, Sunday leading up to the wedding was not part
So
of
you
it.
had 24 hours that actually accounted.
Correct.
And you can't do it anywhere before the 72 hours. It just
No.
doesn't. Like what? What
So-
is it? What is it?
So we fill out that whole thing, and then she goes, okay, now you're going to have to go make an appointment with the judge to get this approved. But the judge was already closed for the day, so we had to wait till the next morning.
Oh.
So we go to we literally went to the courthouse to go meet with this like marital law family judge type thing, made this whole appointment. We had to go in. I'm not joking. It was Judge Judy. Like we are at like the desk. There's like the
Stop.
officer that walks us in. There's like
Are
this.
there witnesses?
the dancing lobster.
So we had
Bringing the
Ryan.
dancing lobster.
Oh yes.
Ryan was a witness, and
Oh.
also Reb was a witness.
Yeah.
Shout
Brian's
out
cousin.
Ryan.
I didn't know she was there too.
Yes, both of them were there.
Oh my
I
god.
was low key jealous. I was like, damn it! I wish I got to witness this.
I have to show you. You guys haven't seen the pictures and videos of
No,
us in
we haven't
court.
seen anything.
Shoot. Okay, we'll show you guys, but we'll also put it in so you guys could see it. But we're literally in the middle of this courthouse. Judge comes in, and she basically is just like grilling us, like, why do you think that I should allow you to get married early? And I'm like, well, we just flew in, and
We have podcasts.
I was like, you don't. We have like
We're
a big.
influencers.
We have like a big following.
Oh,
No,
ew.
absolutely not.
You show the Instagram.
His
the
famous birthdays profile.
I was just like super honest. I was just like, I didn't.
You said
I didn't
no.
know that the 72 hours was business hours, and I thought we had planned
Yeah.
accordingly, and unfortunately we didn't. We live in LA. We flew out here for this, and we weren't able to come in extra early, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, how many guests are coming? We're like 250, and she's asking where it's at. We say the Pleasantdale, and she's like, they got good food there.
Boy,
And
do
we're
they
like-
have good food
Wow.
there.
And that was the foreshadowing on that.
Yeah.
So she was like starting to be a little bit sweet.
Jordan.
She started being sweet. She's like, oh, they got good food there. Mariah's like, if you want to come, you're more than welcome. They started like hitting it off, whatever. So then she's like looking at the paperwork, and she's like, 250 guests. It's a lot of people to tell that you can't get married and that you're going to have to call it off.
Did your heart sink?
I was freaking out. And then she goes, but it's a good thing you don't have to, and I'm granting you access. She like looked right at camera.
You get a car. You get a
Do
car.
you know if this is televised?
So it said recording in progress. And
I
there
think
was
they have
like,
for their records.
Yeah.
No. Did you sign paperwork? Like maybe this is a TV show.
oh, I don't know if it's on like a TV show, but I think they record it
Or
for
maybe
like,
they're making her a documentary.
I'm telling you, maybe it's on TV.
I
I
feel like
don't
they
think, but,
know.
but no, it would be like more.
Like Maury.
Yeah, I think
Really
really
cool.
There'd be a little bit more chaos
Maybe
if it was like
it's
for
at
TV.
4 a.m. Like
Yeah,
like
I'll look it
late
up.
Night hours
But
after NutriBullet.
She
After,
was
after
so
that
funny.
judge got
After
body slammed by
Nutriboy.
that guy, I think they just record everything in every courthouse now. They're just like just in case.
I'm sure they
Okay,
always
okay.
record, but yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, she
But,
was so
okay.
sweet. She signed it for us. We're good. We were able to get married legally and have like
Woo!
the actual like wedding be our real marriage and not
Shout
have
out
to
her
do
name.
it.
What's her name? Judge what?
Judge Marcella Mados.
Wow, thank you, Marcella. Mwah. Is she Italian?
I don't know.
I think she's Italian. She wouldn't have let you get married if you. Yeah.
But yeah, everything ended up working out. It was stressful, like because we thought we weren't going to be able to.
I mean, like even if you didn't get the paperwork, you still would have had the wedding. It just wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have been like a legit
Legal,
marriage.
yeah.
We would have to like fly back to LA and then
Go to courthouse or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I like. Obviously, that's fine. I'm sure that happens for a lot of people, but I understand. Like,
I feel like a
it
lot
doesn't
of
feel
weddings.
as real if you don't have
Yeah.
the paper. I totally understand.
Especially if
that
that was your plan for it to be like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. And our parents probably would have been like, what do you mean this isn't real?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Like
thing-
it is.
The thing
Yeah.
is, that like even if it didn't work out, it is still real. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we were still gonna like have the wedding and everything regardless.
Yeah.
But it was a little nerve wracking for sure.
Terrifying.
I feel like a lot of people have weddings that like this shit doesn't work out and they just still have. I feel like a lot of them.
And other people will do like a courthouse marriage, like legally
Yeah.
before their wedding even happens.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we were good to go. And then right after that, we all got together to go to the American Dream Ball.
The
American
American
Idol.
Idol. Unbelievable. I'm so happy you guys finally got to experience it.
Wait.
Yeah, it was wild.
Wait. Before then, we gave you your goodie bag.
Oh, you did? Oh, this is insane. This
The way that I have made everyone join the team.
she got to see all of mine today, my little collection.
They did. They're
But
hanging on.
this kicked off the weekend like you wouldn't believe. Just everything. I don't know.
It was a sign. It was a sign from the
kismet.
sunny gods.
It
It
made
was
sure.
kismet. Like it was something you already knew. You knew it, but it's like when I go to a psychic reading and I know what they're gonna say, but it's just validating to hear
Yes,
like this is gonna happen.
It's like, of course this happened. Like
yes,
it was
Duh.
perfect.
It's your wedding.
but it
But
I was gonna be like, he misses you.
yeah, I'm like obviously I
Like,
already
oh,
knew that.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
it did seem planned though. Like it
So-
was way too perfect.
Yeah.
So they come to my room, they give Mariah and I our goodie bag with all the stuff in it, and then they go, "Hey, why don't you open a Sunny Angel, little wedding gift?" And
You know what's crazy though? So at my birthday party, it was from my birthday party, I bought 3 boxes of Sunny Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Each one has 12, so I got 36 of them. I had that girl wrap it and put the cute design, so I
Right.
had a few left over. And I gave them to Alicia, the extra ones to take home. Somehow, I hadn't even seen her yet. One ended up at my house. It must have been someone who came to the after party then and put it there. Regardless, it was sitting by my KitchenAid mixer for like weeks, and we were packing the bag. And then I was like, I just feel like there's not enough in there. Like, let's look for more stuff to put inside. I turn around, it's right there. I'm like,
boom,
wait,
Sunny Angel.
let's give him a Sunny Angel. It's just been sitting there for weeks. She gave me the other ones later, but like again, they were all misplaced. It'd been sitting there. I take the wrapping off, put it in your bag, and then we're like, oh my God. In my head, obviously, I'm always thinking, what if it's a secret? Because then it's mine. But like, how cool would it be for you to open a secret, Sunny Angel in general, because it relieves stress, but get a secret for your wedding? Boom, you open it.
And it is a secret Sunny Angel. We won jackpot.
I know, Jordan.
Isn't that crazy?
It was the leaf top.
Jordan,
was a
it was
Sprout.
it
It
was
was a sprout.
insane.
Thank you.
The energy was literally
No.
through the
The
roof.
best part though is you and Mariah have no idea what's happening really. Like,
I reacted because I saw you guys
yeah,
react.
Like
I didn't
we
know
were
what it was. I
jumping.
opened it and I just hear.
I lost my voice. You know what's crazy though? Like well, first off, Zane whispers to me, like, just pretend it's a secret. Like,
Because I was like, whatever it is, just
it'll
pretend
be
it is.
so fun. Obviously, Alicia and I know them like the back of our hand. And so you were talking as you were like ripping it open. I'm looking, obviously watching. And then you get distracted. So you start talking and I'm looking and I see a little green in the bag. And I'm like, okay, it's either the carrot, it's the radish, it's the pineapple, or it's that goddamn secret. And when you pull it out, Alicia literally has goosebumps. The whole world stopped spinning for that second. I swear.
I
to
got
you.
goosebumps.
And the way that I was like, you guys were like, no, you're fucking with us. There's no way this is real. We're like, no, this is real. And then we're like, look at Cal. And Cal's, they're like, whoa.
Cal was freaking out.
He was freaking out. And that's how you know, because he wouldn't.
He couldn't care less normally.
Remy's made like 30 TikToks about these, and she's never gotten that.
I have twice.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes, but truly, more than anything, is plastic. What it represented
Exactly.
for the weekend
A
was
win.
so
And you know
incredible.
what? It's kind of like rings. They're made out of, metal,
Yep.
but it's what it signifies.
The sprout.
And that
a sprout.
sprout
A
is
new
beautiful,
beginning.
Alicia
Thank
Marie.
you.
A new beginning sprout
beginning,
of
a
love.
new
It
era.
just.
Oh my God. It's got a sticky tummy. You're going to stick together forever. And then babies, because you're going to have a baby.
It's a baby. And it's going to have a sprout top.
Yes.
A
little bean sprout. A little
Yeah.
bean sprout. You should name your first baby Bean.
Yeah.
Beanie weenie.
Yeah.
Beanie weenie.
No, it was so fun. And
Yeah, that was a crazy pull.
No, I can't even talk about it. It was so. Me just talks about it for 15 minutes.
Doesn't cry at the wedding, cries about.
No.
Cries
It
about
was so
a
funny
San
because
Diego.
Mariah did not care, and as soon as we told her they sell for $300 on eBay, she said, "Give
Give
me
me
that
that."
plastic little baby."
That's crazy. $300 is crazy.
No,
for a
it's
little-
it's a really good one to get.
Crazy.
Yeah. Then we go to the mall.
Then we go to the American Dream Mall. And I'm so excited that you guys got to finally experience it because I had gone there with Mariah a few months before the wedding when we were doing like some planning with the venue and stuff like that. So we got to see all the roller coasters and all the Oreo cafe. We got to see everything. And I was just wanting to see you guys' reactions walking through.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's absolutely insane. But and you know a lot of stores they're like closing down, they're opening up.
Yeah.
I was just so I was doing digging for like stock footage for the video, and I kept seeing that it's a bankrupt mall. Like they're like bankrupt.
I mean, I believe it. It's
It probably costs
expensive.
like an insane amount to like open it, but like 3 million square feet is crazy.
Insane. I guess they're like
And in New York.
I'm guessing that they're not like netting. To me, that's like they're just not netting.
They
Everything
probably
that they
have
make
a
goes
long
right
time
back
before
into.
yeah.
Yeah, I would assume it's going to be a long time before they make any money. But I will say, when we were walking around, I was like, I love like the ideas of malls coming back because it makes me so sad that like growing up, we'd always go hang out at malls and it was like such a thing. And then I feel like now it's going to take malls like this to like be so like
has to be a
True.
Super
You have to
Bowl.
like go above and beyond. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I personally like I don't like malls anymore.
Because people
Yeah.
don't
I've
want
never-
to shop in person anymore. You could shop on Amazon,
Exactly.
online, everything. So
And it's just like I feel like it's just stressful. Like it's stressful walking in. There's all these stores everywhere. Like I
yeah,
don't know
it's
where to shop.
overwhelming.
It's
and-
very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you don't like you feel like you're just not getting everything that like they're offering when you go to a store. You feel like this is like I feel like
Yeah.
there's more than this. I
Also,
don't know.
I was talking to Reb about this when we were walking through the mall.
Oh.
Come in here.
Oh my god.
Come here, sweetie.
That was really cute.
So,
Come on, Ro. Come on, Ro. Let's go, Ro. There
Oh,
we
girl.
go. Yay.
No licking, no
She's
licking.
allergic.
She's allergic.
But I was talking to Reb because I was like, back in the day, well, I saw a Charlotte Russe, and I was like, when was the last time I saw a Charlotte
Wow.
Russe? I
Maybe I'm
know.
Broad
Yeah,
Mall.
that is crazy.
But then I was like, it's crazy because back in the day, like every store had different things. So you would go to different stores for different reasons, where I feel like now they
Right.
all kind of sell the same stuff because they're all trying to have
So
like
true.
whatever's
Trends.
popular.
Exactly.
So I feel
yeah.
like, yeah, it's better to go online.
And
Anyways,
also, when you shop online, you can apply coupon codes. There's so many more deals in person.
It's true.
I feel like the deals aren't really there.
No.
No,
and
never.
then you
Don't-
have to carry it around after.
don't get me started on Black Friday shopping now.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to like have something special to get people to come in person now, I think.
Yeah.
If you're not
True.
doing like only in-store deals, like nobody
Very true.
wants to go in anymore.
Yeah,
You should incentivize them to come in person.
Yeah.
And I feel like now it's all the immersive things for kids, like like the rides and all the
Yeah.
like the escape. There's an escape room there. Like it's such a I don't know.
a
such a
ski
thing.
resort.
I was
Ski
telling,
resort.
I was
Crazy.
telling Mariah and Alicia, I was like, I feel obviously like this is a mall at the 50th degree, but I do think like I have so many little hometown malls that were just kind of like, okay, I would rather there be one like
Yes.
better mall. It doesn't need to be the Mall of America or the American Dream Mall, but like a better mall where there's the good stores versus
Yeah.
like all these little stores that like don't have good stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're trying to cater to everybody, but everybody only likes probably a couple stores in a mall. You know, it's never going to be
Yeah.
catered to you, which that's why I feel like most people
yeah,
just
there's
don't
something
gravitate
for
towards.
there's something for everybody there, and it's also cool because it seems like if I lived in that area and I had kids, like that would be the spot to take them to get everything done
Yeah.
in one location.
the
You have-
Disneyland.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
get
have
their
a,
energy, like,
you have
into-
roller coasters there. You have a water park there. It's something you can go to all year round. You can go snowboarding, skiing, like
I wish we did that.
one-stop shop, and like it's such a perfect spot for kids and also for us.
Yeah.
Oreo factory.
Yeah. Oh my God, guys.
Did you know about that before?
I knew about it and I took a picture and I was like, Zane's gonna lose his mind.
That was the only thing I was excited for was the Oreo Cafe. He told me about this and he said it's this entire store that's Oreo themed and pretty much Oreo product, Oreo merch, Oreo candles, like everything
Everything.
Oreo based.
That's
And
so crazy. You didn't even seem excited.
oh no!
He was
Oh my
busy
God! No,
crying.
I almost cried.
I'm
I think,
kidding.
yeah, no, I cried. We got in, and for some reason, I don't know why I thought there would be like this experience there where you walk in, they're like, oh my God, come here. And they have like a
Mr.
table full
Oreo
of
greets you.
items.
They just shove them in your
I don't know.
mouth.
I just thought they would have like items of stuff.
Like
just
taste testers?
I don't know. Like in my head was just, that's how they show it in like the commercial. So I just thought that's what you were going to get. And they didn't have as much as I would hoped. I was expecting more fun items there, but
Like
I love
exclusive.
Oreos.
I was expecting exclusive flavors or like ones from like Japan that you can't get.
Yeah,
or
especially if you're
something.
making a whole Oreo cafe, you would
Yeah.
expect it'd be more than what you would normally see.
I was mostly excited for the fact that you can like build your shakes or your cones or your cups and like do all sorts of like different stuff like that dessert wise.
Yes.
That was really cool. Like
Yeah,
my little cup that I had made was unbelievable.
mind you, it was the best Oreo shake I've had.
Yeah.
though. So that I'll give them that. They knew what they were doing over there.
But yeah, Oreo Cafe was sick. Then for some reason we decided to go ride roller coasters immediately after downing this ice cream.
That was
And-
crazy.
And it wasn't just ice cream. We like had a whole lunch before, and then like immediately went to Oreo Cafe. We had a lot in our stomach, and you know the rule: before swimming, before rides, you have to wait at least an hour and a half
We
to let
didn't.
the food digest, and we did
No.
not do that.
Growing up, it was always 20 minutes for me.
Oh, was it? Maybe kids digest
Oh, your
smaller
parents liked you?
bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for us adults, I think you have to let it. We have slow metabolisms too, so you really have to let it.
Yeah,
like,
an hour digestion for us is more like 3 hours. Like
Yeah.
you really got to play it safe.
and we were not feeling like Heath and I we were hunched over before we even got on the ride. It was a bad start.
But this theme park is insane. There's like 5 roller coasters in there, a bunch of like mini rides. There's a swing rides. There's like everything you could imagine at like a normal theme park.
This shouldn't be like in a mall. This was like Six Flag rides. Like this was pretty crazy.
And it was crazy that you were indoors and your knees were like scraping the top
Yeah.
of the ceiling. That's so crazy
They
to me.
maximized that. Every single square inch of this section was utilized. There was 5 roller coasters that intertwined within each other with, I'm not joking, like inches from smashing into a wall or like hitting each other. It like
It's like Space Mountain with the lights on. Where
if there
like,
was an earthquake and it
Yeah,
jiggled
yeah.
a little bit, you are head to head with another cart.
Full of code violations. That entire warehouse. It was
Crazy.
insane.
But we went on the first one where you like spin within the cart
Yes.
while on the roller coaster. That was good. A little bit dizzy, but we
Yeah.
can handle it.
I was like, wow, I'm getting older because like I'm dizzy from this. I was a little embarrassed to say that from the first one. So then I was like, okay, I think I'm good. I guess I shouldn't do any more spinny stuff. And then everyone's talking about going on this crazy 360 twister upside down thing.
Which was like a bad call. I
Bad
don't know
call.
what
yeah,
we were
whose
thinking.
idea was that?
It was mine. I can't do the rides anymore, but it was more of I had to prove to myself. I don't know why. It was just like a weird thought process. I was like, I'm getting married. I gotta prove that I can do this to Mariah.
I gotta prove
And
that I
she-
can ride this
she's
Nickelodeon
like-
roller
I'm
coaster.
brave.
Yeah,
I'm a
she's
man.
like, you don't have to do it. I'm like, no, I do have to do
And
this.
then Mariah goes, well, if Heath's doing it, I'll do it. And I go, well, if Mariah's doing it, I'll do it. So
we all shouldn't have done it.
No.
Also, like it was kind of giving school like carnival, like church carnival, like very euphoria.
High end carnival. It was like high end church
yeah.
carnival.
but like still it wasn't Disneyland.
Yeah, no,
it was
it-
really giving school carnival
there
to
was
me.
still an ounce of us of like
You-
a little worried about these
Yeah.
rides. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It did feel like
giving
kind of.
Nickelodeon.
Did you sign waivers when you got your wristband?
I'm
no.
sure there is fine print somewhere
For
on that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably checked some box.
They were
Yeah.
like, check.
Oh,
check.
and you know when you go to like Disney World, the workers are very like protective over like the seat belts and the restraints. Like they're really good with that. Over here, I felt like they weren't even batting an eye
Wait,
on the shit.
Remy,
that-
we didn't even tell you this. So like we go to get on this spinny ride, right? And then I walk in and I'm like,
I watched this happen.
Oh, never mind. So then I go and I'm like, oh, weird. The seatbelt's down.
We
Let me
all
get
wanted
it.
to be next to each other
Yeah.
on the ride.
Which like I guess doesn't really matter, but like, you know, we were like, let's try to all be next to each other. I hit the thing to like undo it. Boom. I could have literally broken my
I
nose.
was gonna
Yeah,
say,
no, it
I
was
watched and I
fast.
was
It
like,
swung
what
up
just
quick.
happened? It almost hit you so hard in the face, and then I didn't know what was happening because like no one told me, and then I could just see like the energy went boom
Yes.
after that.
And,
Well,
and
then-
we weren't sure because when you walk on, what we could see were the 4 seats that were buckled with the restraint. So we're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, maybe that's how the ride looks like when people get on. I don't know. It
So
was
we're
like,
excited. We're ready to go. We sit down and I'm like, okay, the thing's not coming down weird. And the girl comes over and she's like, you can't sit in those. And we're like, what? She's like, they're out of order. And I'm like, huh?
But we were in those seats for a little bit. We're like, when was she going to tell us this?
No, like, that's really
You could have told me
crazy.
when you saw me trying to unbuckle the seatbelt.
I saw like 2, not that ride that you guys were on, the Avatar ride that would, if you remember the orange one that was spinning while spinning.
Oh, that was a yak attack.
I was watching them, like it was 2 teenage guys who were working it and they were like checking to make sure everyone was buckled. But I was really concerned because they were so busy in their own conversation. They like were not doing a good job. I was getting really stressed, so I can't even imagine your guys' experience.
Let you sit in it, like pull on it to try to pull it down and be like, it's out of order. Like,
and then we're
so
like,
at one point, do they break at one point is it out of order, right? So like it has to be out of
who was
order.
the last person
Who was it?
sat there?
What broke it?
You know
I
what I mean?
never
Like
thought about that.
what made it not work anymore? And
But not even that also. At what point did they realize it's broken? When a kid flies out of it?
exactly.
Upside down?
Like that other ride. Remember the really sad one in Orlando? It happens.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to bring it down. But the girl next to me on the ride, Disney World would have never let a girl that size get on that ride. That girl was like, what, 3 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall?
I was coming out of my seat when we went upside down a lot. And I could only imagine, like, she was a third of our size. So she was...
Dude, I can't believe she got... As soon as she got on, I was like, oh, okay, I shouldn't be as scared as I am right now.
But that would have been me as a kid. I'd be like, woo,
She probably had fun,
unbothered.
yeah.
She had so much
not
fun. She was
dizzy.
killing it.
She was killing it. This ride almost looked like a Q-tip. Like it was like a skinny stick and then had like the ball at the end, which is where they were sitting. And then basically the ball was spinning while also the rod of the Q-tip was spinning around and around, and then it would flip the other way around.
That ride doesn't need a
and
spin.
around.
I just always think of it as the Zombieland ride. Whenever I see that specific one, I think of the movie Zombieland because like it's the one that spins as it's going around, and that's when they go to the theme park, it like smashes all of them.
Oh, okay.
Really cool ride, but we watched it go around 4 times on for the
Every
group
person,
before us.
every time they did it, all the groups were 4 times, 4 full flips. So we're like, okay, we're
We got
counting, we're paying attention.
No, it was not 4 times when we did it. She flipped us over 10 times.
Was it 10 times?
And it was just boom.
It was 10 times.
Boom.
Did you count?
Yeah, we got
Boom.
on the video.
And it just kept going, and I'm now looking at Zane. I'm thinking it's broken and it's stuck in forward position.
I'm so glad I didn't think of that.
It's not ending. I was like, this is way too long.
We counted. We're like, okay, this is the last one, and then it just kept on going.
Okay, because in the beginning, I'm like, woo, whatever. Mariah and I are singing Rewrite the Stars. Like, we're like, whatever. Then about like halfway through, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Over it.
And then it hits me. I'm like, Alicia, you should not be on here. You get vertigo sometimes. Why the fuck are you on
Wait,
spinning?
you get vertigo? So
Yes.
you should not be on any rides.
I know.
That's really
So
bad.
I know. So then I'm like, why am I spinning while spinning? And then the next thing I know, I open my eyes. I'm upside down. I'm like, okay, close my eyes, tuck my feet in. I open my eyes again. We're upside down. I'm like, where am I?
It just kept going.
It's crazy though, because like watching it, it didn't feel that. I told Alicia, I was like, it felt like the normal ride duration as before. Like it didn't feel longer. But watching the video, like I could tell you were miserable.
Remy, you gotta try it once.
No,
you gotta try a ride like
She
that
would
one.
rather die.
So
I told Alicia, if someone held a gun to me and said like, I will kill your family if you don't get on this ride, like I would obviously get on, but I would be really sad about getting on that ride.
No,
like I would
like
be
you would
really-
consider.
To
You'd
execute,
consider.
Really
to
sad.
execute that line, you should have said, I'm not getting on that ride. My whole family's
No, I
dying.
would do it because I don't want my mom to
I
do
think you'd
that.
pass out before you could answer.
No,
because that's how much you don't
I'm
want
one of those people that definitely like on those roller coaster videos where the person like passes out and then like a bird hits them in the face. Like
Oh.
my
slingshot
body's
ones
reaction
are
would
so
be
good.
like fight or flight, like just pass out.
I love roller coasters. Those rides though, where they like shoot you up in the air in a ball, like
It's
to
that-
me freaks me out.
What is
It's-
that word? Like the 0 to 100, like that
Acceleration?
Yeah. Oh, so it is. Yeah. I thought there was a different word for it.
What do you think it was?
I thought there was like
She was
some,
going for like centrifugal force.
the
there was
G-force.
some- G-force. It's G-force.
Oh,
Yes!
okay, yes,
That's
yes.
like the
It is G. It
flying
is like somewhat
saucer.
G-force,
Yes.
right? Like the
I just remember closing my eyes and then I opened them and I literally look at Mariah and I go, like I
You threw up in your
literally-
mouth?
I didn't throw up, but I did the gag. I literally went, and I never do. I go, I'm gonna gag.
But did a little come
Nothing
out?
came up.
Oh.
But I literally was like,
You felt the dry heave?
I felt like and she looked at me like, do it that way.
You know what I thought about though, because I watched you guys on the ride. Like I'm sure people do throw up on that ride. So you just throw up on yourself?
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's nowhere else for it to go.
that's so
Oh, and imagine the way it like sprinkles because it's like spinning. It's just like the
Or-
Sandlot.
Yeah,
If
ew.
you
Da-da,
throw up when
da-da-da-da.
you're going away from you, at least it'll like get further
Yeah.
away. But if you throw up when you're
Who else
moving
is it gonna
forward,
hit
it's
on?
just
Oh my
Ew.
God.
Okay, so like obviously you're feeling the big spin around, right? Like you're
Yeah.
feeling that. Are you feeling yourself the little like the circle spinning
you
as
feel
well?
it spinning inside the spin.
Yeah,
yes.
you feel this. I think the spinning was worse than the actual like.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Because I think if it was just around and around, I would have enjoyed that way
Yeah,
better.
that would have been much better.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was dying at you screaming curse words when you had that little girl next to you.
I have a sailor's mouth. I know it was terrible. I
That
forgot.
was
I
so
just forgot she
funny.
was next to me.
I get it.
The mom of the kids
She
was
was-
standing at the gate watching you,
Yeah.
just like
Oh, she's so mad.
She was so
She was
and
pissed.
understandable. We're at Nickelodeon Park,
Yeah.
you know. Like
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but-
totally get that was my fault. I shouldn't have.
But also, you couldn't help yourself. Like you didn't. Like it was just coming out. You were scared.
If the lady only did 4 spins like she was supposed to, she
No,
wouldn't have
seriously.
gotten all those cuss words out of my mouth.
Okay, here's the thing though. You got off the ride and what did you say exactly to her?
I was like, "Hey, you did more spins than you're supposed to. You're only supposed to do 4." And she smirks. She's like that. Smirks at me.
she did it on purpose.
But you know how like when you go on a ride, like if you're at an amusement park and it's really busy and you want to go like one more time, they can't let you do that. Do you think she did it to be nice? Like she didn't want them to have a fun time.
Maybe she did, but
She almost got hit in the face by the ride. Let me give them a double ride.
you know what? Maybe.
It could have been done in a nice way to like get us to like enjoy the ride longer, but it felt the complete opposite. It
Yeah.
felt like torture. We got off the ride. Zane was like, "How long do you think it would have taken for us to die? Like if we kept spinning."
No,
like
at some point, it's like this is going to kill us. Like because what like if you were on, imagine being on that ride for an hour straight, you would die.
I think you'd pass out.
You
for
would
sure.
pass out
Yeah.
and then you would die. Yeah,
After you throw up.
I really think so. Look it up. It's
How
science.
much your body could take before like
Being so honest, how many more spins could you have done before something horrible happened to you?
I
What,
think
pass out,
I think
throw
10
up?
more. 10 more.
One more, I think I would have
yeah.
thrown up.
what
Yeah.
really sucked is when it finally was over, I was like heavy breathing and
then-
from all the
yeah.
spinning, my chair had locked down on the tightest
Tighter?
setting. So I literally couldn't get a full breath and it was taking so long to get out of the seat. I was starting to get even more panicked just from like the claustrophobia of being stuck in that like arm thing. I was like really
Guys, are we
hate
just
that
like
stuff.
30 now?
She would, yeah. I mean, absolutely. You had vertigo, so you could have gotten vertigo
No,
after a
I
few more
had.
spins.
That's why I was like, I would have.
My mom has it. It's no joke. That shit will
no,
fuck you
yeah.
up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't know you
dumb.
had it though.
Remember when we did our cover shoot? I got it really bad.
Yeah.
I got it really bad the night before, or like the night before something.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
My mom said it could happen out of nowhere. She could just like
something-
walk.
It's something to do with the crystals in
Yes.
your ear
Yeah.
that get like messed up.
Maybe that ride will knock them back in.
Who knows? Maybe it knocked it back
You know what? Rock.
Woo! Yeah, that's kind of scary. I
You're
shouldn't have
trooper,
done that.
brave.
But
I know.
that last ride kind of messed us all up, and we were like done.
I was like,
we
get
were
me out of this mall. I hate this mall.
And then I started to feel bad because right after this, we were supposed to go to Mariah's favorite restaurant, and it's on Staten Island, so we had to drive there. And I'm like, guys, just hang tight. Like, let's just go get this dinner in. Just like, hang in there, guys. So we show up to the restaurant. Everybody's just expecting it to be like this nice little Italian joint, and when you walk up, like it just looks like an Italian
Yeah,
restaurant.
I thought it was like a Mastro's. I thought it was just like this regular
It's in
fancy
the middle
restaurant.
of a shopping center. It's next to a 99-cent store. It looks way laid back. There's like tables outside with like heaters. People are just like enjoying it. It's nice and quiet. We walk up. We're waiting for the table. The lady working the front desk goes, "You guys want some wine while you're waiting?" Pulls out these like clear Dixie cups and just pouring wine out to everybody.
And that's
And
when I
then-
knew I
Yeah,
was
it
gonna
was
love
it was the
this place.
pregame. It was the pregame.
And right before this too, Zane and I were in the car. Zane goes, I'm drinking nothing but water tonight.
Yeah, he said
I'm
that the whole
done.
flight too.
I'm in nothing but water. I have a big day tomorrow.
He's
I
like,
have
we're gonna go to
another
bed early because I
bigger
need to
day.
work.
Yeah,
he knows all weekend.
I'm like, I am staying clean. I'm good. You don't need to worry about me, bud.
5 seconds into us walking in and getting the table, it hit you guys what this place is. It's called Patricia's. If you've been there, you know exactly.
You know.
But it's a restaurant. I don't know how they got this reputation, but it's where you go. Everybody that goes there is there to celebrate something. So everybody's on the same level of let's go.
Yeah.
And it is outrageous. It's a really nice restaurant, crazy food, and then just like the service is amazing.
And every table is celebrating something big. It's either like a big job promotion, an anniversary, birthday. No one's there just to go for a regular dinner. It doesn't like.
I'm sure they got some regulars.
It just didn't look like it. Every table
no,
was
if you're
like,
there for a regular dinner, you're on the patio.
Yeah, you're on.
To be
Yes,
there for a celebration to be inside.
There was people on the patio eating,
Yeah,
right?
they
They
were
were
just having like
super
a
laid
normal
back.
That
dinner.
makes sense.
But
Okay.
it's so crazy because at one point I had to go for a walk because I was gonna puke, and I walked around
did
outside.
not know that.
Yeah, Cal took me for a walk outside, and I was gonna puke in a planter because I had
no.
too much sangria. I was okay though, but because I was like so nervous, I was like, someone's gonna have to
The
clean that
pictures
up.
and pictures of sangria.
It
They just keep
was
bringing.
just
so
kept,
good.
It
kept on
was
coming out.
insane. But I swear, I stepped outside, door closes, dead silent.
You can't hear anything.
Dead silent.
What are those glass windows made out of?
And they're covered so you can't see inside, but you walk in, rainbow lights, disco balls, confetti,
Sparklers.
Everybody with their
Confetti,
napkins
smoke.
just whipping them
DJ.
around.
It's great for first timers. Like I think it's a
Yeah.
fun surprise for people that have never heard of it before and they walk in. I think it's more of like a shock.
Yes, it's the most outrageous place to have dinner. And also, we were there for 3 hours.
That made me want to
They
move
just-
there.
They
That restaurant.
kept bringing food after food, and then they I don't know how many shots got brought to the table. It was,
And I was
Also-
like, oh, this bill is gonna be like $2,500. Like no less than $2,500. I was like, yeah, we're fucked here.
I will say we didn't
Crazy.
know some of the girls when I was talking to them afterwards, because we met some viewers. Shout out anyone who we met. They were like, "Oh, we sent you shots," and I was like, "I'm so sorry, they did not tell us anything." I was just like, "Oh, they got shots."
I
Yeah,
thought they were just
we
giving
didn't
them
know
out to
that.
everybody.
the little like
Gotcha.
shooters in the
Yeah.
beginning. I think that
thought
was
they were just
them.
I
giving
thought it was
out.
them.
I thought, and I know Mariah when she ordered too. It wasn't even you can't order a la carte like specific
Yeah.
things, but you can also just what Mariah said was like, "This is how many people we have. Just give us what you want."
Bring it out.
And they just brought out the calamari, the pasta. I thought it was
We
done
got
after the pasta
pizzas.
course. Yeah, the salads.
This
There was
place
still
makes
steak.
sober people drink. Mariah almost took a shot. This place, it turns you upside down. It's crazy.
It was
and then
so
the
fun.
steak. There was like giant wood slabs of just meat and lamb chops and just chicken cutlets.
Oh, I love a chicken cutlet.
And it felt like an unlimited amount of food just kept coming to the table. Everybody was up on chairs, just like going crazy. DJ was popping. They like moved tables aside and people just like started like a dance battle in the middle of the restaurant. Crazy.
It's family there. Like every table ends up forming into one big party. By like halfway through it, it's
such
insane.
a cool experience. But yeah, it's called Patricia's. So after the like dinner's over and everything, I walked up to go pay the tab, and I knew other people were gonna try to be like, no, split it. So I just like went and paid for it because I just wanted to treat, and also like I know it's not like a crazy expensive spot. So I paid the tab, and then I walked out, and I was like, guys, guess how much that was? 6 of us. No,
Eight of
Eight of
us.
us.
Eight of us.
Eight of us.
8 of us and like essentially unlimited food.
And I would
Yeah.
say how much that
drinks.
that experience here in LA, how much would it?
That experience here in LA would have been between 3,000 to
Yeah.
4,000.
I agree.
Easily.
because
easily.
also the drinks were also unlimited. Like every time we'd finish a pitcher of sangria, before the empty pitcher could land on the table, a new fresh one was brought out.
Yeah, it was insane.
and there was like different types of sangria and
Yes,
stuff that
there
they
was
had
a
too.
red, there was a white,
The
there
white
was
one
shots,
was
there was
so good.
the dessert platter was the size of our coffee table.
Forget it.
Oh,
And
the dessert. I forgot about
Yeah.
that big
It
dessert
was
platter.
insane.
the servers and the people, the staff working there, they're partying with you. They're not like off to the side. Where
Oh,
they are
the
all
confetti poppers, just
nonstop action.
The
So
bill
fun.
was $450, which is like that's a lot of money, obviously, but like for the amount
Not for
of
8
food,
people.
I know,
drinks
8
for
people?
8 people,
No,
and the
yeah.
experience.
Drinks,
That is-
dessert,
that
the
is a
amount of
steal.
food.
That's $56.25 a person.
Heath, I did not eat and drink $56 worth of.
It was like $300 easily worth of meat that I ate.
Also,
like,
it was
how are
so
they?
good.
drinks in LA will be $56.
How are they
Yeah.
netting?
No idea.
It's insane.
no idea.
I think they just get so many people where they're just like, we don't need to charge that much because we're doing so well.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. So I'm glad you guys got to.
It was so fun.
fun.
And as
Enjoy
we
it.
were leaving, I forget who I was with, but someone and I were leaving. We're like the tail end of the group, and a man comes chasing at us with framed photos.
That's right.
I forgot.
Yes, here's the thing about me. If you offer me a souvenir to buy, I will be taking it home.
It's coming home.
It's coming home with me. We got 3 framed, very nice
Great
quality
photos,
frames.
too.
Gorgeous photos, quality frames, $20. I got 3 photos for you guys to take home so you could decorate your little
Yep.
residence in
We
room.
had them up in the hotel room like for the whole time, and we do have them there in our suitcase.
Yay.
They went through and picked like the best photos. They like really went through like what are the 3 like coolest, most aesthetic
Well, no, he
photos
brought
that they
me
would like.
10 to choose from.
Oh,
And
they did?
printed all of them, in frames. He like
Oh,
handed me a
they
whole
did.
stack.
They did.
And I was like, these are the best ones. So, like, honestly, so smart though. I love when a restaurant does that.
I know.
I do.
Like have it all ready to go instead of like, hey, do you guys want to pay to take a picture? Just do it, make it look nice, and then just sell it. You can sell it for even more.
I wish there was
It's
one
ready.
out here. We would be going at least once a
We
month.
should tour, like do a whole
All their
tour.
locations.
Yeah.
Franchise.
But
Oh,
we're
is
we're
it a
not in
franchise?
we're not
What
in
if
theaters
we
though.
opened
There's one in Florida. There's one in Aruba. There's like a few in New York.
Hear me out. We don't do live shows. We just go and eat with everybody
Every
at Patricia's.
Patricia's.
Wait.
At every
guys,
Patricia's in the country.
Kind of iconic.
Mariah, do you like that idea?
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Blue Land.
All right, if you guys know me, you know that I have the cutest little nephew in the world. He's about to turn 2, and my brother and my sister-in-law are always so busy. I truly feel like I get a really good look now at how busy life is for parents, whether you have 1 kid, multiple kids, whatever, and there's just not enough time in the day to research every single product that you use in your home. That's why you guys need to check out Blue Land because their products are absolutely amazing, and they are certified safe to use around your kids.
And Blue Land is on a mission to eliminate single-use plastic by reinventing cleaning essentials to be better for you and the planet with the same powerful clean you're used to.
The idea is simple. They offer refillable cleaning products with a beautiful, cohesive design that looks great on your counter.
From cleaning sprays to hand soap, toilet bowl cleaner, and laundry tablets, all Blue Land products are made with clean ingredients you can feel good about.
I'm a customer of Blue Land, and I literally use the glass cleaner today. It's amazing, and it's honestly really fun. All you have to do is just fill up your reusable bottles with water. You drop in the little tablets. It's like a fun little science experiment, and you wait for them to dissolve, and you'll never have to grab bulky cleaning supplies on your grocery run again.
And what's great about them is that Blue Land products are effective and affordable with refill tablets starting at just $2.25. You can get even more savings by buying refills in bulk or setting up a subscription.
Blue Land products are independently tested to perform alongside major brands and are free from dyes, bleach, and harsh chemicals. And Blue Land is trusted in over 1 million homes, including mine.
And right now, Blue Land has a special offer for our listeners. Right now, you're going to get 15% off your first order by going to blueland.com/basic.
You guys won't want to miss this. Blueland.com/basic for 15% off. That's blueland.com/basic to get 15% off. Thank you so much for sponsoring the pod, Blue Land. We love you. At one point, before we left for the mall, it was just Zane, Cal, and I sitting in your room. I think you guys are busy. Alicia went to go do something, so it's just us. And Zane's having like a full body panic attack about how stressed he is about how much he has to entertain the next day and the weekend.
Oh, for the pizza party?
Just for the whole weekend. He's
Oh.
like,
It was
talking us
mostly
through.
the pizza party because I felt like everyone's meeting for the first time. Like, okay, this is this is important because this is the night before the wedding, and I know knowing Heath and Mariah, they're gonna want everyone to be very good by the wedding, like be friends. And
Yeah, it was a nice thing to have everybody get to meet different groups and family members ahead of the wedding, so you're not like meeting for the first time like
Yeah.
on the
sure.
day, like on the dance floor and things like that.
For
So
sure,
it was
no.
really nice to have that before.
Oh no, absolutely. But he took it upon himself to be the president of the whole night, and so he was having a full body panic attack. And Cal and I were like, no, Zane, like don't worry, it's not your wedding. Like Mariah and Heath are like they're gonna handle it. It's gonna be okay. Like don't stress yourself out. Like just have fun. I know they'd want you to have fun. No, I need to be on. I need to be on.
Zane goes to the pizza shop. He's making the pizzas. he doesn't. No,
It's
you don't
full-
understand.
He's
full
only
on.
picking the tomatoes to make the
Yeah,
sauce.
yeah.
Like it was giving that, and I was like, no, like they'll want you to have fun. Like don't stress. I promise you they're okay. No, I need to light a fire under my own ass. I need to be doing this way. Da, 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 da. And we're like, okay, fine. He's like, I'm going to be sober. I'm going to be sober because I need to be on my best behavior. I was like, okay, for sure. Totally. Next night, I walk into the pizza party. He's at the bar. Make it a double. I'll do a double. I was like,
I heard that. That was
Make it a
funny.
double.
make it a double. Actually, I'm going to make it a double.
I was so I started with introducing everybody to each other. Like right, I was doing my best.
You
right?
were literally sorority president.
Yeah.
But I was
it was
getting
Rush.
I was getting everyone's names wrong. I kept on getting everyone's names wrong. I'm like, Mom, this is Jim, Jeff. But it happened 8 times. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not. I double. I'm done. I clocked out.
Yeah.
Me.
Because what's better than getting everyone's name wrong? Just
Not
don't
saying
even.
anything.
Just don't do anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I
No,
did. I was like, I'm not gonna do
truly-
anything. I'm done.
So many people were like, Zane is like working.
on
He's
tonight.
he's going over and be like, hey, thank you so much for coming to Heath and Mariah's welcome party.
It means a lot.
Let me know
Thank
if
you
you
so
need
much.
anything. It means a lot to us. Let me know if you need
You were,
anything.
I know you don't understand this reference, but like you were literally a girl during sorority recruitment. Like you were doing the bumping thing where you find common ground and then you're like, oh, have you ever met my sister? Oh my God, well, she also loves Disneyland. I'm going to go. And
That's
you go find
what-
You were
That's
working the crowd. It was crazy to watch.
I'll never do it again. But that's. I had to do it. That was my first.
No,
and
it
last
was
time.
very sweet.
First and last time.
You did a
And
good
then,
job.
oh my God, Rem and I come down, and the way I felt like I was meeting celebrities.
We were. We were.
Obviously, we'd already met
Tina.
Mariah's mom. I already met your mom, but Rem, like us meeting your guys' parents,
So cool.
even your mom, like
Yeah.
it truly
Loved everyone's mom.
was like,
and dad.
I felt like we were like meeting celebrities. It was crazy. We were like, oh my God, that's Mariah's
That's them.
dad.
And you
then
don't want to go up to them so soon because they're talking to people. You're like,
Yeah,
I
I'm like,
gotta
it's
wait.
cool.
I gotta
I'll
wait.
say hi
Before I ask for a
later.
picture, yeah.
Exactly. Oh my God. Literally, I have a photo of me at some point where I'm posing for photos like on the stairs, and then the next one is so funny because I'm blurry and I'm getting up, and it's because I saw Mariah's dad, and I was like, wait, like.
Is that when you saw it with the Basically Unfiltered podcast, that little video
Oh my
that
God,
you
that
took?
video. That was so fun. Funny enough, I'm at the bar. I literally like look over, and her dad, I think it was her uncle next to him. I think it was
Okay.
his
Yeah,
brother.
It was her
uncle,
uncle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I look over and he's showing his brother Basically Unfiltered, and I look over and I'm like, stop, I need to get a video of this. Like, it wasn't planned.
That's
it was
so
he was like, I
cute.
was just wondering what you guys are doing, like, good job, girls. Like, it was so cute.
So cute. And I already told you this. And you too, because your mom is fantastic. But like you can really tell why you guys are such nice people because of who you were raised by. Like they were so sweet,
Thank
so
you.
kind, knew so much about us already,
I
which was
know.
like
Yeah.
very jarring because
like-
I feel like I should not be known at all.
Also, in big settings, like, we are more shy, but obviously because we do this podcast, like, so many people of
Right.
like your like family, friends, whatever, like, know us, so they're like, oh my God, you're Remy and Alicia, and we're like, hi.
I was not
Like,
expecting it. I
no,
really
I
was
wasn't
not.
at all. Like, but it was like so special. It was so cute.
And that pizza was banging.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh.
He taste tested like the night before to
Yeah.
pick the best
That's
pizza.
right.
Yeah, I had ordered pizzas and I was like, yep, this is the one that we were going to order.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had placed the big order the next day for the pizza party. Angeloni's. Shouts
was
out.
smart.
It was
Shout out
so
Angeloni's.
good.
It was
Yeah.
so cute though because like obviously so many people everybody came to the pizza party.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because Alicia and I were at the bar waiting to get a drink and I don't know if maybe the hotel like wasn't maybe they just weren't prepped for like how many people were going to be drinking. There was one lady who
Poor
was
thing.
working.
So what's crazy is I had called a week in advance and I was like, hey, my wedding is on Sunday. Everybody's going to be staying there Saturday. I was like, is it okay if we do like a pizza party for, the 70 guests that are staying at the wedding? She was like, yeah, absolutely. That's perfectly fine. There's the bar down there. Just make sure you don't bring any alcohol. Make sure to drink at the bar. Do your pizza, do everything.
They
And I
did
was
say don't bring alcohol.
Yeah. I was like, okay, perfect. Great. It's going to be Saturday. She's like, yep, everybody's just got to be done by like 11, 12, whatever.
It's because they heard pizza party. I think they thought it was chill.
So
You know.
they had a heads up, but what happened was that bartender, I don't know if you guys knew it, but she wasn't the actual bartender for the hotel. She was a friend of the bartender who covered for the real bartender because they were
No.
sick and not able to like go to
Oh,
work.
no.
She's a dental hygienist.
She
That
told
tracks.
she told me that because we were waiting for a while because she was so busy and she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, guys, and everybody was like, no, we're sorry. Take your time. Everybody
Yeah.
was very polite, so don't you worry.
Oh, yeah.
And then she looks at me and she goes, I'm not even a bartender. I'm a dental hygienist. And I was like, do you need help?
No.
Mariah's brother is
So
like behind
funny.
the bar. Like, do you want me to take orders? Like filling waters for people. And she was like so appreciative.
So I didn't hear any of this, right? But we were all at the bar and me and Jared gave a look at each other. We were like, this is it's taking really long. I'm surprised. Like, why is she taking so long? And I hear her this is the first time I hear anything. She goes, "Oh God, I don't know what I'm doing." And I look at Cal now. I'm like, wait, did he hear that too? She doesn't know what she's doing. Why is she working back? Now hearing that makes sense. She's
Poor
a dental
thing.
hygienist.
She was so
She was
sweet.
working.
She was
She
working
did so
her ass
good,
off.
though.
Mariah's brother hopped in
did,
to
yeah.
help out because she really needed help. There was like 30 people at the bar. It was a big party. Everyone was like, everybody was drinking. So it was crazy.
People had a good time.
It was so fun. But then, because I was at the bar, I missed the pizza. But by the time I got
too.
there was one garlic nut left. Delicious. And then you ordered more pizza. Delicious. So thank
good.
you.
I bonded with Zane's mom.
Yeah.
She was telling me some stories.
Yeah, and it's not like Alicia pulls it out of people. She's just like, so what's the most embarrassing thing you've caught Zane? She just like pulls it out. My mom's drunk, so she's just like, I got a few stuff. I'm like, oh my God, man.
Well, no, first it started with her being like, she said something about that she's like, oh, I'm so proud of him. He's like out like talking to everyone. Like he's usually so shy, blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, yeah, I also get social anxiety. And I was like, oh, I'm medicated. And then I was like, I was like,
I'm heavily medicated.
I'm heavily medicated. And then I told her, I was like, I had walked past you earlier, but I didn't have my contacts in. And I was like, I think that's Zane's mom. But then by the time I actually realized, it was too late. I was like, now it's awkward. Fuck. And then I was like, okay, shit. And I was like, okay, it's fine. And then later, so then I told her, I was like, oh yeah, like earlier when I saw you and I wasn't sure, and then I had my contacts and then I overthought it and blah, blah. So then she started laughing. So then I'm like, okay, enough about us. Tell me some stories about Zane. Like, what's one of your favorite stories? And then she's like, oh my God, I have so many. And then I say, why haven't you been on our podcast? And then she says, you've never invited her. And
Well,
I thought that was
she's
really
been on.
rude.
She's been on ours. She's been on Unfiltered.
This isn't Unfiltered.
Yeah, but Unfiltered is more my mom's speed, and we don't have guests here yet.
Weird, because she was like, oh, I would love to.
We got along great with her, yeah.
No, but the thing is that we've never done guests yet, so
She could be the iconic first one.
if you guys want, we can make that happen for
She
sure.
Comment
really
down
was cool.
below.
Comment down below that you want Zane's mom to be on the podcast.
Yeah, because she'll let out all of my dirty, dark secrets.
The crusty sock, all of it.
The
Or-
used condom.
The pills that she found in my room with the foil.
All of the above.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you guys know, but after the pizza party, everybody kind of skedaddles, goes to their room, everything. Mariah and I go up. We're practicing our first dance. So we're just in there, song on repeat, just going through like what potential moves we could do and everything. About like 12:30 comes around, 1 o'clock maybe, and my parents are knocking on the door, and I'm like, "Hey, what do you guys? Why are you coming here to right now?" And then they go, "You're not gonna believe it. Look outside. There's fire trucks." So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" My parents were stuck in the elevator for 40 minutes. It broke on them at the end of the night when they were trying to get up to their room. So
Out of
they were
everybody.
It was just them two?
just them two.
No.
I mean, at least there was more room for them. Like, if there was like crowd with a lot of people, that's
Would have been so, because people were using that elevator all night.
That
Like,
we were
elevator
using the
was
elevator.
broken for the rest of the time too. Wow,
Yep.
I didn't realize that was them.
it slammed shut and it was just not moving anywhere. So it was stuck on that ground floor the whole time. And my dad was like pressing like the call button and they're like, "Yeah, it's slow. Just give it time."
no.
5 minutes goes by. He's like, "Hey, I'm still stuck." He's like, yeah, it's slow. 10 minutes. And my dad's like, "Hey, I'm still stuck. The doors are not opening." And then it like hit. So they're like, "Oh, all right, hold on. We're going to call the fire department." So the fire department comes. They're like prying it open. But yeah, like 40 minutes they were stuck in it.
Oh.
It was crazy because I forgot. Again, I guess I didn't realize how drunk I was. But I remember at some point someone saying something about paramedics.
Yeah.
And then I like forgot that you pretty much, the whole hotel, for the most part, are guests. I didn't even think. I didn't even think about who it could have been. And we probably know the people who are, in trouble.
Thank God your dad was with them.
I know.
Because I just feel like they would have.
My mom would have had a panic attack if she was alone.
But does
100%.
your grandma has a phone, right, on her normally?
What's your grandma and grandpa
No,
were
it's
there
just
too?
my mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was your mom and dad. I thought it
Yeah.
was your grandparents.
No.
Oh,
Just my mom and dad. Just
That
my
night
parents.
I kept noticing that the elevator was out of order. Like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And then when you said that, I'm like, wow.
Remember when we checked out, we had to go all the way around?
And it was the day of the wedding too, so we had to just run around that hotel without the elevator. And the elevator is like the center source of like how to
right
get
in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it. That was the end of the night. Mariah and I separated after finishing our dance. She went to go stay with her sister. I stayed alone and cried. And then I ended up calling Zane. Zane was having a party in his room and he's like, guys, I gotta go. And then he ran out and he came and stayed in my room for a while with me.
He didn't even tell us he was leaving because it was like 15 of us in his room.
He just dipped.
We were making mac and cheese from the gift shop.
I just remember at one
Mac
point
and
everyone's
cheese
like,
gift
where's
shop.
Zane?
No, I kid you not. I bought 8 Kraft mac and cheese tubs and I was chefing it up in that little microwave.
As you should.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want everybody to like also freak out or worry. So I was like, I'm just gonna go and they're gonna think that I just like I'm being.
You're in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I don't
also
know where he
very
left.
on
Well,
brand
not
for you.
no, because we were in his bathtub. We were just sitting and having girl talk in the bathtub, and everyone's like, "Where's Zane? Where's Zane?" And we're like, "He left his own room. Like, where'd he go?" And we're like,
He came to help me.
he'll be fine." So sweet, so sweet.
And then he left after like you were with me for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Too. And then my mom came and stayed with me for a little bit, and she sat on my bed and had coffee, and we were just talking.
She's so cute.
I love
It's the
her.
sweetest thing in the world.
Well, Zane came back to his room, and we were all again just like hanging out in there. And then eventually, your mom came over, and we're like,
Oh,
"Hey,"
she was
but
lit.
she didn't mention the elevator, which is crazy.
I know.
because I
Weird.
would have told anyone that would listen to me. If that
Yeah,
was me.
she didn't. I'm surprised she didn't mention it.
No, she didn't say
Because
anything.
my mom was with me for a while in my room, and then she had to go run whitening strips to Mariah because Mariah wanted them. So she ran over there to give it to her.
So
so on the
cute.
way, I'm guessing she got caught up with a party.
Yeah, she came over to the party and she just
like
said,
by
"I just
then it
want to
was kinda
say
dead, though.
hi." Yeah, we were kind
Not
of
dead, but
we were
like-
going to bed
Yeah.
soon, but she comes over and she's like, "Hi, everybody." And there's maybe like 8 of us or so now. Like the party's cut in half, and she's like, "I'm gonna go see Heath. He texted me that he's crying and he just wants me to like hang out with him." And we're like, "That's so sweet."
She didn't need to throw you under the bus like that. I would never.
She goes, "He's the daughter I never had."
It was so cute.
It was really cute.
But she said that like my whole life too. Like when I got my ears pierced, she was like, "Do you want to go pick out earrings?" And like she gets so excited.
He's the daughter I never
But
had.
your brother's like very stoic, and you're
Very-
much more
yeah.
emotional. So I'm sure she just like connects with you on that.
You're also very like in tune with your feelings. Like I feel like you're very like sensitive that way, and it's such a good thing. Like it's so cute.
It was so
Yeah,
sweet, and I
it's
love
really
that she
funny.
came and talked.
It's funny
to
that she
you.
told all of my friends that.
Your co-host too, knowing we
Mom.
would say it in a mic.
That
Yeah.
Adam Brown, my
Corey.
son is whimpering like a baby. I'm gonna go see him real quick. Ta-ta.
But yeah, she's the sweetest. So she came back and stayed with me for a little while, and then I had a hard time falling asleep just because like nerves, excitement, everything.
Yeah.
And then the next morning was the wedding.
How much did you sleep? Would you say like how many hours?
Maybe 4.
Okay.
Not horrible, but like not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
At least you got a couple.
I got more than Mariah, so
I was just gonna ask
She-
Mariah. Yeah, she
But it
only had a
wasn't too
couple.
early of a start, which was really nice.
yeah. We had to be over at the venue at 11, and then she was over there with the moms and all the girls at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get started early.
So yeah, we got ready. All the guys were getting ready to Uber over at like 10:30ish.
Yeah. On our way in the Uber, we happened to see the Porsche that he
Yes.
ordered for the wedding. And we're
we
like,
got all
"Oh."
They're
excited.
like driving it.
Yeah,
on the road.
yeah. We were right
Oh.
behind. I was like, "Oh, this is a good sign." Like we're right behind the Porsche, and we're telling him, "Speed up to the Porsche so we can video it." The Uber starts speeding up, and he wouldn't stop. He starts.
No.
He was tailing the Porsche, and we all like freaked out. We're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like we
like,
thought he was gonna hit him.
I'm not joking. We were an inch from slamming into the back of the car.
What?
I don't know why the driver got like way up his ass. It was crazy. And then the guy driving the Porsche veered off to the side because he was starting to get nervous. And
he's
then
like,
he
"Don't hit
followed us
He thought he was
in.
gonna get hit. Yeah.
We got out of the Uber, and then he got out of the car. He's like, "What was that? You guys almost slammed into the back of me." I was like, I have no idea why the driver just did that. That was so bizarre. But like I have it on video,
Oh my
us
God.
almost rear-ending
Oh yeah,
the guy.
because you're like the car, and then
It was so close.
It was wild. We were all like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" Like we thought he was just gonna hit him.
crazy.
Yeah, we thought he was had a
God.
what is it called, like a flip or he was about to snap.
He snapped?
It was weird.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was really scary. But
but we didn't. And then we got in. We went to like the guys' room, which was like a basement. There's like pool tables. There's
Man cave.
poker tables.
It was
Big
shuffleboard,
bear
barber
head
shop.
on the wall.
We had a
Yes.
night in the corner of every place. It was sick.
It was really really
sick.
cool. So I got to like be in there with all of them and had like sandwiches and stuff. They were having drinks. We all got our hair cut, beard shave, and then we go up to finally like get into our suits. So I'm getting dressed, everybody's ready to go, and then I look down and I see my tattoo. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to cover it. So I told Zane, I was like, call Alicia and Remy right now, see if they have makeup, see if they can run up here and cover this real quick. So then all of a sudden you guys showed up in, I'm not joking, a minute.
Wait,
like
really?
where do we gotta go?
I felt really well. Actually, let me backtrack a little bit for you from Alicia and my point of view, because we came over to the hotel because I'm sure you said this on Unfiltered, but like some people were able to stay at the chateau on the venue site, and then some people were still at the hotel. We came to switch over to the venue in the morning, but they weren't ready for us yet to check into the room. So we were eating breakfast. We had Postmated some bagels over, so we went over to the little. We were like, oh, where can we eat? And they put us in this room, and while we're sitting there eating in this little room, they're setting up like all these cloches of like food and warmers and tables, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is a lot of food. And I'm like, I swear Heath told me that they're doing a served dinner. I wonder when this switched up. Like, he didn't tell us that. I hope he's aware. And so then we eat our food. We check into the room. We're getting ready. Zane calls that you need us to come over. But I felt like I was stressing because I was like, oh my God, we're taking too long. Like, oh my God, like we tried to figure out like what we needed to bring, our products and things. So that's funny you think it was only a minute. Because to me,
quick.
I was like, we are slacking. And we've told him for months, we will help with whatever. The one thing he asks us to do, we're slacking.
The way that I'm curling my hair, no makeup, in my sweats, and Remy FaceTimes me. She's like, fuck, I forget exactly what you said.
Get your shit together.
She literally goes, Alicia, I need you to lock in. I'm like, what do you need? She's like, lock in, bitch. And I'm like, what? She's like, Heath needs us. We're going to cover his tattoo. Bring your makeup. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So literally we like grab our shit. We're walking. Hair's still, half of it straight in a clip. The other half is like,
yeah, it was really funny.
ringlet curled.
You guys were halfway done.
My makeup was in a volatile. That's why it took me a little bit of a time. My makeup was in a very volatile state. Like if I didn't set it, it wasn't gonna stay. So I was like, I was powdering, but I was like, bitch, hurry the fuck up! It's your turn to do it. You have to go.
And you know what? For a year, we've been like, if you need anything. And how many times, like people say that, but then when you need them, they don't come through.
Right.
I was like,
No,
of
you
course.
guys were there.
I was like, why the fuck did I not even think about bringing concealer that's meant to cover tattoos?
We're walking into
Alicia.
the venue, and she goes, I knew I should have brought color corrector.
I was like, we need color corrector. I was like, oh my God, it's okay. We'll try. We tried.
No, it was perfect. You guys showed up for me. What felt immediately.
Thank God.
I was gonna say
We got
probably
my
4.
tattoo covered. We're in the bathroom. They're taking photos of us like while we're getting it covered. You guys are like vlogging.
I
it.
forgot about that.
Wasn't there pictures on Max of them too, like covering?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
we gotta find those.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
so I
photos
got it.
of you guys in the middle of doing it in the bathroom.
We were like, I'm actually glad that happened because it was so cool seeing you beforehand. Like usually you don't see
Right.
the bride or groom like ever, but it was really cool seeing you excited. It was just cool seeing both of you guys excited.
Yeah.
It was so cute when your dad walked up and he's like, I have a little scratch. Like, do I need it too? And we're like, no, you look amazing.
My dad was freaking out too because he was in the middle of shaving his face and he was watching my nephew. So as he's shaving his face, my nephew jumped up and hit his arm and he put a big slice all through his chin. He was like bleeding and my dad was like, oh
Shit.
no. Yeah, a mess. But thank you guys again for coming through.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, it wasn't as good as it could have been.
No, it was covered. It was perfect.
As
No, it
long as it's
wasn't.
covered,
No,
yeah.
it
As long as
I
it
could
didn't
see it.
transfer onto your white suit, that's what we were
No.
scared
We
of.
forgot the setting spray.
Yeah, we
I
forgot
should
a
have
lot.
brought
We've
the
already-
Studio Fix powder.
We're
No,
really
it was
upset with
fine.
ourselves. But then you guys go off and you didn't do a first look. So you come down. We're now at the ceremony. We're sitting. And you come down the aisle and you were already crying.
Everything happened so quick. Oh my
It was
God.
a blur.
Yeah.
I remember someone behind me. It must have been like someone in your family, like a man in your family. He goes, "Oh, you can tell like he just stopped crying because like you just had like these little like your cheeks were
I was
glistening."
swollen and red.
I didn't think you were swollen. I
No,
just
I
felt like
didn't
a
think
little
so.
glisten.
Under here was just like
Perfect. You don't need filler.
very
Fill
good.
that
Just-
shit out
just-
quick.
True.
Just cry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a wreck. Everything was like a blur. It just felt like a dream that was in fast forward, but also wasn't moving at the same time. I don't remember like walking down the aisle. I don't think I saw like anybody.
Wow.
And then I remember standing up there. All of like the girls were there. All the guys were there. And then when Mariah was coming down, I just like remember looking at her and just overwhelmed rush of emotions. It was insane. And then she finally like got all the way up, and then she was standing with me, and then everything around just started like spinning, and it was just like us locked in.
No, that was the ride from the night before.
Yeah, no,
That's the
it was
vertigo.
you're still
it was the same feeling of that.
yeah, the king.
Everything was just like spinning, and we were just like locked in. It felt like we were in like a bubble, and I'm so surprised like we recited the vows correctly, because he was like doing the repeat after me thing, and I was like hearing it. It was like going through in my head. And
I would
out.
not be able to get it.
I'm so surprised we both didn't like mess it up. It was crazy. But yeah, so that happened. We got married. We kissed.
Meanwhile, we're sobbing. Just wait for the footage.
Really?
Wait for the footage.
There's footage.
Zane
I vlogged
cried.
for Patreon.
Oh, you did in there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
You got everything. Holy
Keep in mind, it's a very wide lens, so you
I
don't
know,
see
it's
much.
also just a
Crop in.
Honestly, there's probably a lot of that.
That's funny.
I'm
yeah.
so I'm so thankful you guys filmed it, because
No,
I
I
cannot
wish I
wait
was
to
on the
watch it
end.
back.
This is, again, I wish I thought it through more. I wish I thought of to ask you guys like what exact shots you want, what like angles
I'm sure you
want.
did great.
I don't think
Well,
anybody
they
was
have-
even expecting that at even the ceremony. I
there a
think it was just
videographer?
like,
Yes, we have a
Yeah,
videographer.
they have it professionally taken care of. Don't you worry.
You can never have
oh,
enough.
yeah. I
don't
forgot
you
they have a
worry.
filmer
Don't you
in the
worry.
ceremony too.
Yeah.
But like you guys got everything though, so thank you. So yeah, we walked out. We then separated, so we had to go do our shots now because we didn't do a
Yes.
first look.
Yes.
Which I really liked. I recommend it. It was super emotional doing it that way, and it's frustrating because we didn't get to get as many pictures together as we would have if we did a first look. But I think for the sake of like the emotions and everything like that, like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So then we went to go do our shots with us and our families and the groomsmen and the bridesmaid. And then after that, all you and then
the
everybody else got to go to the
cocktail hour.
cocktail hour. I didn't even get to see it because we went straight up to their room, and then they brought us plates of everything.
Oh,
We-
so
I got-
that's why you would like, okay.
I got to try all of the food, which was really cool. But I didn't get to like see the full
Okay.
setup. But we had like a private little thing where we just got to like sit there and like have quiet time.
Which I've heard is like what a lot of people recommend
Yeah.
after you get married. 30 minutes, just you two, take it all in.
Yeah.
Eat a little bit, and like debrief.
No
about what just
appetite,
happened.
though.
Really?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet.
The food was amazing, but I remember being like, I'm only eating it just so I could
For
taste it.
fuel.
Like I could not just appetite gone.
You're making me really excited.
Remy, I am so excited for you because it was genuinely the best day, best weekend, most incredible experience of my entire life. And I'm so, so happy. You are going to love it. You're going to be so, so excited.
I'm excited. You're making me excited.
You should
Sounds
be.
fun.
Maybe I should do that.
Maybe I should
Oh,
get
you
married.
know what?
Um,
I'm excited
Maybe
now.
I'll have a wedding.
But
I've been really nervous, but like you're making it sound so fun. Like
like
you're making it sound
excited,
so worth it.
nervous.
Yeah.
yes, high energy, like high emotions, everything. But in it is you're on cloud 9. It's the best thing in the world.
You know that out of body experience you were talking about?
Yeah.
That was us when we saw the food for the
Going
happy
through
hour.
cocktail.
When I saw the mozzarella,
tell me
mozzarella.
about what like
No, like okay. The what we thought was the dinner, and that's the thing everybody thought it was.
that's
the
what
dinner,
I kept hearing.
Because you guys, I'm telling you, it was like the first
Crazy.
floor of a house that was set up with different stations of different cuisines. There was the bars, and this was just one room. It was like a library. There was an Asian section where they had a man making Peking duck, slicing it, making crepes. I'm looking at Jordan because Jordan and I were absolutely losing our minds. And Alicia was like, oh, I'll go find us a table. So she like sits down at the table and then she's like, I'll go get the food after. So there's an Asian section.
This is like the buffet at Vegas.
It literally was the
better,
bacchanal.
But yeah,
Better.
100%. It was like that.
The table, I'm not kidding. It was like a giant grand table that was covered in charcuterie and like flowing with fruits and meats and cheeses and things. There was a meat bar where a guy was slicing like fresh lamb and prime rib and all these other foods over there. That's what I just there. But I didn't even know that there was just that room. So then I get all my food. I'm like, this is insane. I go find Alicia. I sit down. We're like, and Jordan's to my left, and then there's Hadaya, there's me, there's Cal, and there's Alicia, and we're up against this like glass window pane. We're all losing our minds. At the same time, also, there's past appetizers going around.
I didn't even go back to get food because they kept coming to me. I would take like 3 things at once, and then they kept coming back. And then I got full off of the lobster mac and cheese, and then the lobster rolls.
Yes.
And the fried shrimp.
Like,
I'm realizing I didn't get to eat a lot. I just realized I feel like a lot of the groomsmen, I think half of us weren't even that hungry after the ceremony. We're all like, we were walking in and we were just like, we don't even want to be in here. And then we ended up going in, you know that room we're all waiting before the ceremony?
Yeah.
We all went straight there. We were like,
oh, really?
We're just going to sit here until,
you could like chill too.
Because we feel like the celebrities, like friends.
Right,
it's like everybody wants to come up to, they don't see you guys, you're going to come up to us. And I was like, I didn't want that attention. So we just all went into that room and just didn't eat. We're
you
just
kind
like,
of are like, you're kind of celebrities of the weekend.
Pretty much.
And you guys were like working too. Like it's a lot for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Jordan, I've never seen Jordan like this. He is
In a frenzy.
He
just a
has
foodie.
his hands literally cupped like a cup, and he's just like we're losing our minds trying everything.
It was giving eating a burrito like in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was giving.
It really was. And Jordan's like, I'm eating land, I'm eating air, I'm eating sea. Like, we're losing our minds.
It's like, I've never had so many animals in me at once.
Land, air, and sea is crazy.
And then what's so crazy
Makes
though
sense.
is we're all like, I'm facing the glass window pane, so we're all like, we're eating, we're freaking out, we're eating, like, you gotta try this, you gotta try that. I look up and I'm like, through the glass, I'm like, is that an ice sculpture? Through the glass, there's an ice sculpture swordfish it cascades down into a double layer seafood tower. We've got East Coast oysters. We've got giant shrimp cocktail. And I'm like, oh my God, I think that's another room of food. So we get up and we go around, well, for we sound Cal, and he goes around. He's like, you guys got to see this. There's a poke bar. There's the seafood tower. As you walk around, there's like little like snacks like popcorn and things you could get, like a little nibble. And then as you keep walking down this aisle now, there is a man making fresh mozzarella, stretching the cheese.
Pretty good, right?
Then it goes into
That's
a
all I
full
ate.
handmade pasta bar with like 7 variations, risotto, money bags,
Money bags?
truffles.
Pasta of the year. Never had it until we went to Patricia's. It's my new thing.
It's
Money
my new
bags,
favorite
what's
food.
that?
The little like it looked like a little bag.
It looks
and
like
had
a
the
dumpling?
cheese. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then we're losing our minds again. We all come back, and then Cal walks by Michael Holland, and Michael Holland's got an espresso martini. He's like, "Where'd you get that, man?" He goes, "There's an espresso martini bar. This is a peanut butter whiskey espresso martini. They have options that you can choose from." So then
I book it.
Just every room had something different. You had a different experience every single place that you walked into in this entire chateau.
I'd never seen
It was absolutely incredible. I just couldn't believe.
And I'd never seen Jordan drink a espresso martini so fast, and I've never seen anyone drink an espresso martini that fast in my life.
Was
My
that out of
man.
excitement, Jordan? Like, what was going through your mind?
It was actually just really good, but whenever I have alcohol, I just wanted to end.
He is allergic.
Exactly. No, I literally was like, you should. I feel like I drink my drinks decently normal / faster. I had a little dent. His was gone.
He was excited.
He was excited. It was a great time. And then they kind of have everyone start ushering into the reception area. We walk in. I have to say, party, like, I've been to weddings where you walk into the reception and you like immediately sit down. you immediately like start eating appetizers or like the salad and like the dinner starts. I loved that like your DJ got the party bumping so quickly.
Yeah, the
And
pacing was great.
yes, you guys did. Pacing was amazing. You guys did your dances, and then people were like getting up and dancing for like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Where then like we worked up another appetite to eat. We
To
weren't
have the
like
salad.
fidgety in our seats. Yeah, it was a.
Then it was
I
like a
liked
little bit
it.
more dancing.
Yeah, it was a
then
salad
like
and then
the
another
seated-
30 minutes,
Yes, it
and then you go
was.
back, and then
Yes,
you have your
That's right.
It
entree.
never, like, as a guest, it never felt like we were waiting for you guys, which I feel like is the biggest thing I hate at weddings is when you're like waiting for them to get photos, and obviously you want them to get photos, but you're like, my feet hurt, I'm cold.
right.
Everyone's being taken care of while other people are also getting
Yeah,
their shit done. It's
absolutely.
like, yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. Like the staff at Pleasantdale, everybody was amazing, and there was like 2 servers, waiters per table for all the guests. So if anybody needed a refill, like they were just bringing like drinks and stuff to the tables. Like it made me feel really good that all of the guests there were taken care of and got to have like a really nice experience as well. So that I was super, super happy about. But yeah, the pacing was great. Everything went perfectly. Like there wasn't a single hiccup. Like obviously it's your wedding day. You like worry about things like messing up or the wrong song plays or things like that. But like DJ was on point. Like everything was perfect.
Never more than one person in front of you when you're grabbing a drink from any bars.
Oh my
even
God.
in the-
Never.
Our poor bartender.
He was great.
He was there. He was great.
living.
People are like, "What's that?" I'm like, "That's one of the 4 bars." They're like, "That's a bar." Like, it was just empty. It was just constantly empty.
Yeah, there was a bar in every corner.
every
like, in
corner.
the cove.
And then one outside, and then you could also order drinks at your table.
It
was
was
just
like
endless.
a
really
5-star
cool.
restaurant, truly. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was
It was like,
such an amazing
service was like definitely
experience.
like the first thing I think out of everything. There's just service was impacted.
I think
Agreed.
Patricia's.
Agreed. The
Crazy.
dessert, like everything was insane. I didn't know, but you talked about the cookie ice cream
yes.
sandwiches on Unfiltered.
Mhm.
That was amazing. It was
My favorite thing.
I
I
like
didn't
ran
have
up to
that.
Heath and I was like, I didn't know you talked about it. I was like, this is the best dessert I've ever had. And you were like, oh, can you get me one? I was like, I'm on it. And I ran to find someone.
So that was the thing that he was like, "What's your favorite dessert? Like, what do you want? Like, if you could have anything." I was like, "That's what we came up with."
Yeah.
So he had that specific. He's like, "Perfect. Everybody's gonna get those." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, amazing."
I want one
So
right
then
now.
she had gotten it. I was like, I need it. So she gave me one and brought it to me. And as I was eating it, the whole go up in the chair thing happened. So I was like, oh no,
Oh.
I don't want to lose this thing. So I gave it to her sister and I was like, guard this with your
Hold
life.
this.
Hold this. So she held it the whole time I was up in the chair. And then as soon as I got down, she was like, here.
Yeah, it was
But yeah,
great.
it was so special. And now we have yours to look forward to.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's gonna be
It's
so
gonna be
exciting.
awesome.
I'm excited.
Do you know how many people is gonna be at your wedding?
I don't exactly know. I mean, I haven't even sent out like invitations or things yet,
Yeah.
so I'm really not sure. So we will see how it
can't
goes.
wait.
You're thinking maybe same size?
No, I think
We
smaller.
were
Smaller.
exactly 250.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is
it'll
that the
be
number you
smaller.
wanted to hit?
So we were anticipating 250. We invited 325 ish.
Wow.
It's so, to me, like I feel like if I'm inviting people to my wedding, they're 100% showing up. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
that-
Because we
Yeah.
told the venue how many people we invited. He's like, all right, you'll be probably right on 250.
Yeah, I guess you don't
Wow.
think
Like
of
they-
the people who can't come.
There's
That's crazy.
A lot of people that aren't able to make
Even
weddings.
flying.
Were
I
your
get that.
were your feelings hurt at all when people couldn't make it?
No,
Okay, good.
no. Just because I understand it is difficult, like especially for a lot of people out here. Like it's a lot. I know it's a lot to ask people to fly out. Like they're spending money on a flight. They're spending money to go to the hotel. It's
on a suit.
it adds up to like, it is an expensive thing to pay for. So I completely understood anybody that couldn't make it. So no hard feelings at all.
It felt like the perfect number. It really
Yeah.
did. And you know what's so interesting? Like Matt's wedding was like 400 people,
Yeah.
right?
No, I thought it was 400 invited, and
He had
it was
400
He had
there.
400 show
Wow.
up. Yeah.
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 That's crazy.
But like it's so crazy because I've been at weddings with like 90 people. I've been at weddings with 250. I've been at weddings with 400. And it all kind of feels the same when you're on the dance floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
that's
like
true.
different like sizes too. Like my brother had a small wedding, but the dance floor for his wedding was smaller, so it felt just as packed. Like
Or
it
the
didn't.
room.
Yeah, it didn't feel any different. It had the same energy for less people.
yeah,
It's kind of kind of all just like works out.
Yeah.
Wait, did something happen with the Porsche after the wedding?
So the Porsche that we almost ran into, that was parked outside. We were doing like pictures with it, things like that. And then at the end of the night, we were going to do like the just married, like drive off, get the shot of us like leaving, whatever.
And that was going to be during the day, right? That you wanted to get that shot?
We wanted to do it during the day and we didn't get a chance to. So when the end of the night happened, after the after party, everything, we're like, we got to get like a little shot of us driving away.
Oh yeah, the after party.
After party was crazy.
That was so
Yeah,
fun
after party was
too.
That was
insane.
so
A pizza
fun.
truck? No
Pizza
idea.
truck, coffee stick, like
It just kept on going. It's just like, how is it
And your
still
mom
happening?
was hanging.
My mom
little
was
slider,
having
you
the time of
tried
her
a
life.
such good sliders.
Really good slider.
Yeah, after party was awesome. I'm glad we were able to get that. So after the after party, everything, we're like, okay, let's go to the Porsche, get a little driving shot, whatever. We'll end the night with that. People are walking out. Everybody's got their videos out. I'm like, you're not gonna want to miss this. You
Yeah,
guys ready?
this is it.
So we get in the car. We're in there. And the guy on the phone, when I was booking the car, he's like, you could drive manual, right? And I'm like, yeah, we're good. So we get in. I'm like pushing Mariah's dress to the side, and I'm like, where's my stick? Like, where's my gear selector? I'm like,
prindle.
this
The
is so
prindle.
weird. I'm like, all right, well, I guess it's automatic. And the guy was just asking me to drive manual, whatever. So I put the key in and I start to turn it to crank it, and it's not turning on. I'm like, this is really weird. So I'm looking all over. I'm flipping switches. And then I'm getting like auxiliary power. Like the gauges are lighting up. I can pull the headlights. I can get that to work. So I'm like, okay, there's clearly juice in the battery. Like something's just, it's weird that it's not turning on.
And he just drove it. You saw it on the freeway.
Exactly. So I'm cranking it, and it's just not turning over. I'm like, this is really weird. So with like older cars and things like that, you have to like pump the gas into the system to get it to,
Like,
start up.
You out of all people would know what to do. Imagine us. I'd be like, it's broken.
It was 10 minutes and people are filming. I'm about to give up. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Like everybody's out here.
Oh, and they're all watching.
I'm like, this is horrible.
It's okay. We were all drunk.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, one last shot. So I go to stomp the gas as I go to crank it, and I stomped on it and the car just jumped and took off.
This is while my mom was in front of it.
I was going to say, imagine someone was in front.
Almost ran his mom over.
Oh.
And I'm like, what just happened?
It's for a good cause, though. My mom would have understood.
And I'm like, that was bizarre. And then it hit me all in that moment. I was like, they electric motor swapped the car. So they took out the gas motor and put a Tesla motor in it.
No, they did not.
When they didn't tell you?
The car was on the entire time as I'm in there
But it's
flipping
silent.
switches. But it's just a silent
Yeah.
electric car. So when I stomped the gas, it was just on and ready to go. And I was like, oh my gosh. So as soon as we realized that, we're like, okay, well, let's get the shot. We did like the whole driving
That's
thing.
crazy. I have a question. You know, with the Tesla, when you pull your foot off the gas, it doesn't just stop.
Yes.
Does it do the same thing?
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
it does the, what do they call it? Regenerative braking. So when you lift off the gas, it like gives itself,
I
Yeah.
hate
it
that.
applies
don't like
the
that
braking.
I
either.
hate it.
Awful.
Yeah.
It just feels really funny. There's no like
Yeah.
just coasting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got it to go. We did like a little lap around, got the little shot. And then right after that, we pulled it right back around in the circle, parked it, and then we just called it a
The
night.
sign was
Crazy
so
didn't
cute.
Tell me
Yeah.
that.
But I did go back to the website. In the description, it did say Tesla swapped,
Oh.
but I just didn't notice it because obviously, like,
You wouldn't
Why
even.
would
Well,
it
also,
be?
he asked about manual for you.
I know. And then I didn't even.
Do they
Yeah.
do that a lot to cars now?
That was my first time hearing that.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like they
like
will.
a
Very
old,
specific.
yeah, like an old car like that.
They
being
will, but
swapped.
for that car, I would have never in a million years guessed that they would have done it.
Weird.
And I feel like a lot of car lovers having a car like that.
you
You're not
don't-
gonna ruin it by putting an electric.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like really crazy.
And then yeah, that was it. Went to bed. Oh, next morning I woke up at like 7 a.m. Michael Holland came back and he baptized me in the bathtub.
I saw that. That's amazing.
Full circle moment.
Did you think of Vegas?
I almost died in a bathtub. At my
Yes.
lowest point.
There
so I
you
got
go.
to be reborn in this bathtub with my baptism. It was beautiful.
That's really cool.
Very
That's
weird
beautiful.
place to have it done. The pool was closed, so it was what we had to work with, but it ended up being the most perfect setting for my baptism.
You were
So
in
that
full
was
clothes.
really-
You should have been you should have been
Naked.
naked like you were in the
You're right. You're right. I should have.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really, really special. And then we had the brunch with all the guests that came back the next morning.
Yes. Gorgeous spread.
Yeah, the brunch
Amazing
was,
eggs.
French toast was banging.
Yeah, it was great breakfast.
And then
lost my voice completely. It was embarrassing.
after that, everybody pretty much headed home, and that was it. It was all over.
The high was high and the low was low.
There was no low.
It was. I had a low.
Since I've been back, it's been low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your low?
Mariah was still in New York, and I was like, Mariah, you're not gonna want to come back. I sent her a picture of me doing the thumbnail on Pick Monkey. I'm like, it doesn't feel good here right now. She's like, shit.
It's bleak.
Like
It
that
is
picture just
bleak.
ruined it.
That's so.
You're not
You
gonna
have
want
nothing to
to.
look forward to. Don't come back.
Don't come back. You're not gonna like it.
But yeah, back to reality now, but it's okay because we get to relive it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And it's a memory we will never forget, and the pictures are amazing. The day was captured beautifully.
Yeah. Max did an incredible job. Shout
and
out to
then-
Max.
Shout
Yes,
out Max.
you're the best. Thank you. And then you guys also filmed it, which is on Patreon.
Yes.
So if
go
you
check it
guys
out.
want to see what the wedding looked like, all the behind the scenes, make sure to go to patreon.com/basicallyunfiltered.
And we have the whole trip. That pretty much like from the time we fly
the
in,
mall, everything.
we got everything on there. So make sure to check it out.
Absolutely. And then now we have yours to look forward to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really cool.
I can't wait. Can't wait for the vlog.
Gotta get that vlog. I'll vlog it. Don't worry.
No, I'm really excited
now
to watch.
it's Zane and I's time.
Yeah,
to step
that's our
up.
time to
It's gonna
shine.
be really good. I
And
can't wait.
we're gonna make sure we get all of it now.
You
Now that
better-
we know.
You better make sure to get a secret Sunny Angel.
Oh yeah.
You call us to come in and do your makeup.
We like a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll
about it.
circle back on that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can wake up extra early too, just to give us time. Yeah?
Okay.
But if you do want to see them in wedding dresses,
That is
We
on
do have
Patreon.
that.
We got that too. All right, is that all? Wow, this is our longest episode of Basically
Damn.
Unfiltered
Wow.
ever. We did it.
Very good. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We love you so much, and we will see you next week.
if you made it to the end, comment.
The bride
Congrats.
emoji.
The ring, the wedding
Yes,
chapel,
yes.
any wedding related
Mr. and
anything.
Mrs.
Oh,
Hussar.
the boy in the wedding dress emoji.
All right. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Mwah.
Bye.
Peace.